see the light dim, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away.
Good evening to all. Welcome to another great night in the Champions League. I am Sean Michaels here with uh, various commentators in this evening. We have Ruben, Finn, Ifiti, Stino. Welcome all.
Welcome.
Good
Hi,
line
hello guys.
this evening. Hello, Ifiti. How goes?
So yeah, thank you for stealing my introduction. But
I PM. I told you go, and you didn't
I know,
respond.
I know. Don't worry, don't worry.
Kifiti noob.
I had to
Everything is fine.
improvise.
I'm really happy to be here with all the commentators that joined me so far in this Champions League. Besides Aquarius and Joe, of course, but they are playing, so that's natural. And I welcome you all because it's a pleasure to have such an amazing team of wonderful people that all understand a lot about PCM, not talking about Ufin. And
Fuck you.
so yeah, with this team commentating, I think people will have fun with us. So hello to all the chat too. Be welcome to the stream. I will try to give a look to the chat when we can in the middle of races and in the end of every stage. And today we have a very interesting lineup to the inline. Go on, Ruben. Tell us about the lineup.
The lineup? Oh, I don't have the lineup ready, mate. I'm gonna tell a bit about the lineup. I can have the lineup ready in like
Wait,
about 2 seconds, so I have the lineup ready now. Well, we
Oh.
have first, of course, we have Alepere, the legend, the myth, the man himself, probably the
So-
big favorite. Best mountain rider there is at the moment, I think. But I mean, you don't only need mountain skills to win today. Then we have Joe Whiteley, who thinks he won't win, and I think he still has a chance to win. Then we have Leo, the big man of the Champions League for now with three titles. PC, the ITT champion. Can he take another one? Aquarius, one of the organization, and he did a lot of stuff, and now
Rigged.
he might be able to
There
give
might be
himself a
an
win.
introduction from Ruben. He did a lot of stuff, so good to know about his skills. I'm joking. Keep going.
Then we have Swexon, the UK guy, with 73 in his number, which is not his year of birth. I don't know when he was born, but 73 in his number. But big favorite. I put my money on him, actually. We have Thijs, Frank, and Tycho, the two Dutch guys from NCL. Still asking themselves how they got here, but actually, really great they are there.
Sorry to interrupt. As we speak, we'll have our route displayed for our viewers to know. I would like to hear, Stino, what do you think about this route for Inline?
About what?
This route, we have a flat stage, a mountain stage, and a hilly stage, as expected.
Oh, the route, yes. It's an interesting route, I think. I think 2 stages will finish just in a sprint. Like the first stage will be a small uphill sprint between the favorites, and then it's just about who timed the best in that stage. And then you have the second stage, which is the mountain stage, where we will see who can manage his energy the best. Because last time in Tour we had in the mountain stage we had differences from like a minute or so. So that would be interesting. And then the last stage is going to be a straightforward sprint, I think.
Yeah, but the last stage has a big climbing there in the beginning. Who do you think is actually going to sprint? Do you think the punchers?
I think the hill guy indeed, maybe, or the 77 sprint was also a decent climbing ratio. So it's a hard one. Who's going to sprint there?
So let's see how this goes. Back to what Ruben was saying about our participants. Is Ale Pere the big favorites for the evening?
Big favorites, not big, but yes, the favorite.
Who would you say has the chances here for the top 3?
Swexen. I think everyone has a chance. It's Inline.
Yes, Inline is.
The sprinter stage is always 2 guys that come up front in every sprint stage, and it's Stas, Frank, and Joe. They always are in the sprint stages in the first 2, so that's always a dangerous one.
I think we are about to go to our lobby. Let me check the current status. Yes, we are almost ready to go. Meanwhile, while we wait, we can do a short recap. I'm going to ask Ruben, which was a big part of what happened in track at several events.
Let me just interrupt for a minute, Sean. Emea, confirm you are listening to me. Are you? Okay, yes, he is. Sorry, continue, guys.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
As I was saying, Ruben, that was a vital part of the events on track, as he did several events. Track was over yesterday, Ruben. How would you do a quick summary of what happened in track?
In track, what happened? I mean, I think we saw.
The highs, the lows.
choke.
Yeah,
I think we saw a nice. I think we saw a nice. No, we saw a nice merge of the old generation combined with the new generation. Actually, I think we saw guys like Evert, John Vino taking titles, but also Leo, Twan, who are to be seen as the new generation. And it was interesting to have a big tournament with 10-10-10 for the first time since ages, I think.
Can
I don't
someone
know.
call out in the room, by the way, that Tess Frank is a bug?
Emea, Tish Frank seems to have a bug. He is listening indeed. What's the bug? Do you know?
The bug is that he disconnected before the room was on, so we lost all the riders, and the riders were random. So we didn't have the correct riders for the race. So we are going again. It's not. It's usually PCM stuff.
Yeah, PCM
now we have Finn 535 in the chat of the UCI saying Gifiti is a brilliant commentator. Thank you, Finn.
No. I'm going to
Michael agrees with the comment, so thank you.
Be the case.
You have a problem, that I can read what I want to hear.
Yeah, but
Finn is a man of culture. He would never say such a thing.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I need a word with Gifiti quickly. Yesterday was an historic evening. There was a lot of people rooting for you to get silver, and you did get silver. Tell us about that.
No, it was certainly an interesting confrontation. To be honest with you, I think losing to Tuan was at the same time good and bad. Bad good in the sense that I'm happy that Tuan won. He is a friend. He is a person that I like a lot.
He's a good guy, yes.
So I'm really happy he got a gold. But at the same time, I think I was the favorite starting out in the final. I was not the favorite when I beat the 2 world champions in my way to the final, but I was certainly the favorite in the final, and I showed the final that I should have won after being up 2-0 on him. on that sense, I think it was quite annoying. But I'm happy with my performance. To be honest, I was not expecting to get a silver, and so I'm. I think it's still a very good result for me, and one of the best results of my PCM career.
I guess you answered my second question, which was obviously Twan is a great guy. I agree with that. And you weren't favorite. So at the end of the day, even though silver is a bit of bittersweet, it's still a great result. Silver in the Champions League at the end of the day, as you weren't favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Emma also calling you choker, but saying that Ghosty is a big. Shut the fuck up, Chris Martin, you anchor. But saying that Ghosty is a bigger choker, so.
It's certainly Ghosty got unlucky in the rounds against Jose Pereira, because we all know how great is Jose, but I don't think yesterday was the best day of his performance. He played very bad against me, as he said. It was it's his sentence, not mine, and he knew he completely fucked up 3 times. So I think it's part of the. It's part of the way you play. Yes, sometimes Jose simply didn't feel comfortable with me, and I didn't feel comfortable on the final with Juan. So I think it was an interesting.
I think the biggest question here ends up being Ghosty, because everyone talks about how Ghosty choked. Was Ghosty the biggest disappointment in track in the Champions League of the favorites?
We need to think about a question. Answering your question directly, yes, I think it is. I think he was the one that we expected the most, and he was the one that performed the least of the top players in the world. In that sense, of course, he did not had a good competition, and he can say it himself. But I think also the problem there was how also the adaptation to 10-10-10 dBs. Ghosty has some problems with 10-10-10. He is way better with 888 dBs. He says that, and I think it's true. We can simply put the tournaments he played on 888 versus the tournaments he played on 10-10-10, and we can see the difference. And in that sense, I think Ghosty had problems with the adaptation.
Wouldn't you also say that the hype partly also might have come from the fact that Ghosty won several of the regular season tournaments, even though we do know that for big competitions like Champions League and World Championships, there's a lot of the awesome historic part-time players that do return and might eventually make a different balance than from the other tournaments, the regular season.
I think that could be part of the problem, to be honest. I think that's probably one of the reasons why it was not perfect.
Okay, we have our first attack here. Cheese Frank with 2 riders.
Is Tish Frank going for the attack? Yes, he's going with Matthew van der Poel, the 81 cobble guy, and the 80 mountain. So 79 flat in this case, as we don't have cobbles, of course. So I think this is an attack that he wants to pass the mountains and get in the flat part with the flat rider, but I don't think will be possible. I think the peloton will push really, really hard.
Oh, we are happy.
Pushing directly.
Finn, we didn't heard a lot from you so far, so go on, because it's better that you comment in the parts that are not important of the race, so go.
So
It's better that you just shut your mouth, GPD.
I will not say anymore. When we talk about the guys that are less important in this voice chat,
Shut your mouth!
make a room. We need Abdius in this voice chat now to call Wikipedia a clown, because he is.
Fact.
I'm joking, of course, Finn, but go on. Tell us about the race. What do you think will happen in this first stage?
Well, I'm not sure. It's pretty interesting that we have 2 1-category mountains on it. So the sprinter, or also maybe the 77 sprinter, will not survive it, and we have an uphill finish. So it will be interesting to see which guys are trying something on.
Oh, Taz Frank is asking if they are afraid to attack.
Do you think this in this game happens the same as, for example, in football World Championship finals, that when we play a final or a very, very important game, people suddenly become more conservative and try to be less aggressive? Do you think this happens also here?
Yeah, I think.
Well,
Cool.
Short response, yes.
People are really good.
I think the mentality nowadays in all sports and esports and PCM doesn't seem to be the exception. Is that the first thing that competitors make sure is not to lose, and only then they go and try and win. So that doesn't always work. Might be risky.
Also, I love to see 21 people watching our stream. Hello, people at home.
Thank you to all for
being
watching.
here. Yes, PCM NCL is also here as usual. So thank you for asking for Banale Perry. I think it was going to be more interesting the race, but I think it will be interesting anyway. So we are not going to have that problem. And we see that Tish Frank abandoned his idea because
21 people listening Gifiti and Ruben's voice for them. I agree. Maybe Sean,
number one,
maybe Sean and I can just take over the stream.
Yes, let's take over this and Gifiti and make sure there's a quality stream. You were saying, Guy?
I was saying before you both clowns interrupt me that
Super clowns, actually.
Tish Frank is back on the peloton, and now we have everyone just waiting in the middle of the climb. Do you think? Would you play for the 77 sprinter? I'm almost sure I would. What about you guys?
No.
I would, definitely.
I would.
It's
yes,
an
I
uphill
would.
finish, guys. Come on.
Guys,
Let me hear Stino, because apparently he's the one with a different opinion on this.
Yes, it's an uphill finish. Why?
Yes.
You would just take your 84 hill guy because it's an uphill finish and he has a decent sprint and it's just... I don't know how many percent it is, but...
I have to see yeah, but like 3%
I would
up it.
really go for the 84 mount hill.
It's
really
not
depends.
5%, someone says.
It's not a big climb, and only on a small part of that climb it goes over 5%. Normally it's around 3-4% the climb.
No, I
right?
still would go for the 84 hill.
I think
You would benefit from it, I think.
How much percent is it?
4 to 5%.
Then it's 77.
I think I would keep him as an option, not my main option. The primary option would be the puncher.
On attack.
But if we could have a very high pace, I would definitely try and put my climber somewhere in there in that final climb. Trying to...
Oh, and there goes the Dutch
Yes.
trying to give spectacle. There goes Timo in the attack. 3-man attack with with the 83 mountain and the 82 climb there.
It's his mountain team, yeah. He's taking his mountain
And
team.
we have a gap there.
Yeah, we have a gap. We have a gap, and that's interesting because
We have another gap.
Yes,
Yeah.
Frank has one guy in the front.
Yes, we have the gap.
And
have
just
to-
together again.
Hello,
Please.
welcome. Thank you for watching.
Of course, they can reduce the difference to the top. Yeah,
So we
they
have
can.
Tiho, Alepere, Aquarius, Leo, one guy. And Joe Whiteley has two, so interesting.
Yes, Joe Whiteley is trying to close the gap because he knows he has 4 riders on the back, and that's not a great thing for him. And there he goes, the gap. The gap is
Leo
down.
Laundry has
Gap
only
is
one guy,
closed.
BC has only one guy in the front.
Yeah. Now the mountain sprint is going. PC comes.
And the points are false.
It's Garen Thomas from
It's
Switzerland.
Bilbao.
No, it's Peyo Bilbao. Peyo Bilbao
Oh.
takes the points. Is first
the
point
right,
for.
is it the right? It's the
No, it's the right. The host is always has the right results, so it was
Yes.
very close, but Bilbao got the win.
Alepere got the win, and the second place goes to Great Britain 2, that is Swagson, and the third place to Great Britain 1, that is Joe Whiteley. So we have some points distributed already. I would
Great.
like, if possible, to some of you to take notice of the points
Yeah,
if
I
you can.
won, but I
Yeah.
think I won, but I think it wasn't the right XML.
Wait,
so
is Emma the host?
No.
No, then then his results are not correct.
Aqua
Okay, okay, so
yeah, I think I will
Yeah.
probably wait on the
I think Thomas
Expert.
will
and
wait
then
for
I
the
will make
XML. I think
Swaxon is pretty sure he won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Swaxon won because I was really watching close that sprint. I think Thomas 95% sure passes in the front, 99 even.
Okay, so we are now in the downhill part, and we'll have an intermediate sprint. An intermediate sprint are always fundamental because they give a lot of points, 20 points to the winner. I think it's 20, right? Or 15? I'm not
Yes,
sure.
it's 20.
20 points to the winner.
Wait, intermediate sprint is 15 and inline, I believe, yes.
Yeah, it's 15. So 15 points to the winner. So there will be a big fight for it for sure, because 15 points is a lot in the final
By the way,
classification.
we have 2 groups that are split, and Alepere has lost contact with the second group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
he's in
very
the third
interesting.
group.
It's
and
not a
Fox are
big
going
gap,
full for
but
it.
if it doesn't close it quickly before that.
Now it's closed. Now it's closed. Alepere joins the front
yeah, there is a
group
merge.
and it's closed. But
Not the
we
second
already
group.
won
He
it.
joins the second group.
let me just tell one thing. The better sprinter in the group is the 7582 guy of Tijo. So Tijo has the best sprinter in the group, and I think the others will try to attack it to take the intermediate sprint, because they know Tijo has the advantage to take
Oh,
it.
here comes the first attack.
Yeah, but Tijo is not going to let.
Tijo does not fall for it and does not allow it.
Emea, can you write in the chat that the Aquarius sent exports immediately after the stage?
Yes, and there goes Tijo. What an attack! This is risky. He lets his 80 mountain on the back and tries to go to the intermediate sprint.
Yeah.
We have two lightly. The sprint is very important. These are points that might be golden at the end of the day when the classification comes. Let's see who gets it.
3 kilometers downhill.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
We might have an early launch here. There's an attack by early launch Adam Yates, I believe.
So this sprint has a lot of turns, and Tijo has the advantage with
the Leo going one on the left, one on the right.
It's Tijo who takes it. I'm sure it was Tijo.
Yeah, the one that's in sure as well. Lol.
No, it's saved badly, but I think it was Tijo, because I was putting
100% sure it was.
I'm 100% sure.
Also, don't forget the top 5 takes points, not only the top 3.
Do we have a confirmation on the other sprint? I'm asking Emea as he was answering me in game.
Well, anyways, I'm almost sure PC took P2 and Alepere P3, but maybe it's the opposite. But I'm 99% sure Tijo took the sprint. I am very confident on that.
Yes.
As we approach the last climb of this stage, we have Paul Dugranier with Swaxen on the front of the group, and the advantage of the group is down to 50 seconds now as Aquarius tries to bridge.
Attacks. It's important to try and put some pace here. Try and see if they can drop some
controlling the pace in the peloton.
I think the peloton will try to bridge now. At least Aquarius is giving his hard to go it, and we have also Taj, Frank, and Tijo in the front of the group, and I think Alepere too. Yes, and they are trying to bridge.
This might actually be a very important moment for the race, because if the pace is very high in the second group's attempt to get this break, the sprinters may end up losing a lot of energy and not fighting for the stage.
Yes, this stage has no more mountain, but certainly has more climbs, small climbs, but that can damage the bar of the sprinters, I think.
Yes.
But in this case, is Thijs Frank taking the lead of the second group, trying to bridge it, and there goes also Pithi and Aquarius trying to follow him. I think Leo Falandre is in a bit of is dropping. No, but Swaxen is dropping even more. I was not seeing that.
That's
and Aquarius and PC are losing guys there as well.
The risk of playing it in the back. I mean, moments like this can happen.
You're putting the pace up at the front because you're the best rider.
And Taz Frank will bridge a gap.
And he's gonna bridge, and he's gonna have 4 riders in the front. 4.
Yeah, Leo has many guys behind. Swaxen as well.
Yes, this is not quite the situation. Of course, we think they will all regroup before the final sprint.
Yes,
but anyways,
who gains powers?
Who loses more energy? Who gains more out of this battle is what we want to see. Let's see how this turns out.
Exactly, that is the point. Exactly my point. And we are only 2 kilometers from the top, and now it's Joe Whiteley leading the front group, and also Swaxen. The Brits are there trying to get the points for themselves. The 83 Mountains are pushing really, really hard to make the difference here, as they know the others need to react and they don't want to lose riders. So let us see what they can do. 1.5 kilometers to the top. Joe Whiteley versus Swaxon looks like it right now. Also, Leo
Falandri gets somewhere there in the middle now from the right side.
PT2. And there goes a
PT.
fight at 4 people. 4 people fighting for the sprint. Let us see. I think Taj Flank is a bit back. So these 4 guys will, one of them will take it. And I think it will be
Yes.
Joe.
I think it's either Swaxon or Joe.
Swaxon or Joe. I think it was Joe because I was scrolling up on the mouse and it was all the time it was
Leo gives the
it was Joe,
result of
sorry,
this,
but
yeah.
I'm not sure. So either Joe and Swaxon with Leo Falandri taking P3, and I think Taj Frank took P5, PC took P4. And we also see that they have a 30-second advantage over a group where PC is pushing now with De La Cruz and Valverde. They will, for sure, they will wait for this group. And then Taj Frank is trying to go either. And the peloton has only 10 riders right now.
Yeah, the race is completely torn apart. Very intense start. You know the level is high when a race starts like this. Everyone taking advantage of the 2 first climbs. Let's see how big of damage they managed to do.
Let me just collocate really quick where are the 77 sprinters. Leo Falandri 77 is with Ale Perez 77 and also with PC 77 and Joe 77, so 4 players are in A3. Then we have A4 with the 77 sprinter of Swaxon and A5 I think as the 77 sprinter, yes, of Tijo, and I think it's it. Basically,
it's extremely hard for those in A5.
Yes, they are already in the back. Yes, and Taj Frank is also on the front. I forgot about
it. At some point, there's going to be some regroupings, but even for those that make it, the energy is going to be on an extremely down level right now.
But I'm almost sure for Tijo will not have his 77 sprinter on the sprint.
Really
I'm almost sure because I'm measuring the distance and right now is more than 5 minutes with the group.
No,
so
unless the group decides not to move at all, that's pretty much all she wrote for his sprinter.
No, Tijo needs to bet on his guy. Now we have a lot of kilometers till the end of the stage, 117. Do you think will be some regroupings, Tino?
PC will
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it will be, but PC is going full pace and he has only he has 2 riders in the front. Tijo has 2 riders.
Yeah, it's just
PC has 3 riders.
PC has 3 riders and he has Tijo helping him. The others only have 1, so it won't work normally.
It's a smart move to keep the pace up.
Thijs is really hoping that the peloton will catch up.
Yeah,
and then those 10 guys will make it.
And then they can help.
They need to keep forcing the hand. They need to keep putting rhythm. They need
I think it's interesting that PC is not waiting for this group because at the moment he's like working alone with a bit of help of Tijo.
Yes.
But I think he's just sacrificing guys.
Yes, I understand what he's trying to do, but that part at the end of the day may cost him indeed 1 or 2 men or loads of energy, but keeping the pace high right now also benefits him.
But
just wait on the group behind.
I
would say.
Let me just tell you something. PC 77 is well in the group of the other 77s, but Swaxon and the Taj Frank are
missing out. Yeah.
Are losing a lot thanks to this high pace, so they are spending all and they are alone trying to bring the 77 guy back.
They
77 is dead.
But it's
77 is dead.
It will bring some interesting. It will bring some interesting riding because now we have two riders who.
One with Yates and Cummings.
I mean, this could be interesting. I don't. I think it's just. I think the groups would catch up eventually, so I don't really get it, but...
The 77 of Ale Pere is also on the back, and now he's trying to re-enter the group. There he goes, he re-enters, but I think Swaxon and Taj Frank have no options of putting their 77 back into the group.
Taj Frank and Tijo as well, as we already talked about.
Yeah, Tijo is out.
That is done for them, probably.
But that gives some variation, because that might be possible for an attack, because we have I don't know why PC. Yeah, PC doesn't really have to work in front, but I mean for him it's also
Okay,
good. But
I'm
Tigo-
gonna ask
Tigo-
you, Finn.
Tigo is
Finn, you were saying you didn't understand Joe's move because there were almost 3 groups.
that was me. But
Oh, sorry. Joe's move is exactly so that he's there so that he can work because Ale Paris, Sprint, and someone else's are on a dangerous
Yeah.
system, and they have to keep working to keep them.
yeah, I think I haven't seen eyes on A1 the whole time, so probably Thijs wasn't putting enough into it, and
Yeah.
Joe was like, okay, we're not gonna. Oh, and Leo drops his rider from the break. Leo is like, okay, I'm done. We have
Leo
to,
is
we have to
trying
catch
to
his
push-
swoop.
Can I check? Yes, thank you. We have Bardet. Oh, here comes Ale Paris, you guys.
This is quite a nervous race. There is Leo Falandri trying to put his 75-82 guy in the group, same as Thijs Frank and also Aquarius, as Alepere continues on his
Terrible
strategy.
position from Swanson.
Yes, this is quite an interesting race so far, and I think in the group of the
Very
sprinters
offensive.
there is no much collaboration right now.
No. I think people have decided to skip the gap is too big, so it isn't working for the 70. Too much people working in front.
It's exactly what those in the front wanted to make that happen, and that might make things even more interesting.
So let me tell you who has not the Hills guy in the front, and is only one person.
But
Swan.
No.
He has no guys in the front.
Oh yeah,
And Alapera, naturally.
And
So
Alapere has
this,
zero
no,
guys.
I mean in the 2 groups of the front, not
okay.
only in the first group.
Oh,
In
Swaxton doesn't have his own.
Swaxton doesn't
No.
have his 75-82 guy there.
I don't know what happened with Swaxton because he missed out with the 77 sprinter, and he missed out with his hill guy. Lots of stuff went wrong
I
there.
think they might have not paid attention on some crucial moments of those climbs. That's what I can think of the blue. As he was fighting for the sprint, it's very easy to lose perspective on the other riders for a few seconds, and that's enough.
It's easy to believe that the 2 groups will merge, but Swaxton will run
I'm not
forward.
sure anymore.
It's easy to believe. I don't know if it's going to happen, but could happen. But
Yeah,
what
could
is
happen.
not going to happen is Swaxton bringing more men, as he is absolutely alone with Geraint Thomas.
He's down
And
to
that-
Thomas, which isn't particularly bad, as at least he has a guy with good acceleration, but obviously there's better. So Swaxton will have to really take care of his energy to try something else climb. Sprinters.
I think both groups are very marginal in quality. And there goes the attack by Jesus Herrada with Gorka Izaguirre and
Sorry.
Molau.
Oh,
There comes Slacter.
to get a second one.
And now the people get their hill guys in. Oh, it's hard for Thijs.
Is
Oh,
will he
Thijs
make
and
it?
Alapere. Thijs is bringing
They're also
out-
struggling. They're gonna.
Oh, they don't make it.
They're not gonna make it.
They're not going to make it. That's
Oh.
terrible for both Alapere and Thijs.
Alapere is in
But
a
Alapere
really
still
bad
is guy in the
situation right
back.
Yes, Alapere still has 2 guys in the back. They still can.
Yeah,
They
there's
still
no guy
can
in the
try
front.
again.
Oh,
but
but
not
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Aquarius and Leo Falandri managed to put their 75 guys in the front, and now Alepere and Thijs Frank have a very bad situation right now. Alepere has absolutely 0 riders on the front.
Yeah, Alapere might be doomed on this stage. It might be done for him on the
Yeah, but
stage.
now there's 83 mountain that can maybe help bridge the gap again.
It's gonna be really difficult because
And
right now
Alepere
people-
congratulates Joe because he knows he did. Joe pushed in the right moment to
Yeah, that's
to
what I
not
said.
let
Joe's
Alepere
pushing
in.
in the right moment. I mean,
Yes, it was a clutch moment right now, and our host Mea is asking for Radio Alepere. I would say it was going to be hard to hear Alepere, and he says goodbye. Alepere is completely out of this.
Yeah, no. As soon as I saw the move, I thought this was going to happen. I saw Joe pushing in the right moment, and as soon as I saw that Alec couldn't close that gap, I knew it was pretty much over for him.
And Joe is asking it was a smart play, but we have a big discussion over in the chat as Joe Whiteley continues to push, and he knows this is a move that can put Alepere out of
Okay.
discussion.
I'm gonna end their discussion really quickly here. Obviously, viewers will have their own opinions about things, but Joe did what everyone would do if they could, if they had the chance, dropping people, making the gap stick. I don't think there's anything wrong or right in it. He worked for it. he had to do something. He didn't just stand there. So I don't think that's a rat play. I think that's a smart play.
Opinion, Stino.
Well, yeah, it's just you can choose what you do, of course. Some guys call it a red play, but yeah, it's also a smart play.
Yeah, I think a red play would be if you just wheel sucked with somebody when somebody was doing that, and he didn't do anything to make it happen, but he worked for it.
Oh, and Alapere left the game.
Oh,
Okay.
we have the first rage quit of the final. That is not
That
good.
is a rage quit that we were not expecting to see. Alapere rarely rages quit, and this is an embarrassing moment.
Fitty is cheering for it.
He still had a lot of options in other stages to do it well.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he already left. I hope he returns for.
I mean, he knows he can score 0 points on this stage, most likely. I don't know if that's even the case,
I
because I,
don't know
think
if
he
he
can
even
just...
did any scores in the intermediate.
He got some points, yes, and I
okay.
think he could continue to push. But yeah, anyways, it is over for Alapere on this stage,
Yes.
and I will try to manage to put him back on the game if possible in the next stages, as
Yes,
Ghosty
please.
is putting
Ghosty
MRG popcorn.
Ghosty has his popcorn ready to watch shit go down. Hello, Ghosty. Welcome. Thank you for watching.
And welcome the 30 people we have in the stream.
And
This is
Bilby
big
as well. Good evening.
Saturday
Or good
night.
That's a pretty good number. 30 people. Thank you guys for watching. This is promising to be a very tense final. It's been very tacked. Many moves. A lot of tension. We have one participant leaving the lobby, so let's see. Emma is actually right, yes. Okay, so back to the front group. 11 people here. Quickly, guys, who do you think has the advantage here for the final split?
Don't know. Really? I have no clue. Who's going to be the best?
I mean,
82 Hill are in, are
yeah,
in
guys,
the...
with their 82 hill, I think.
Yes, they are in the driving seat.
Emma, can you give us a little bit more zoom so we can see? Okay, we have Joe with three. I think it's 3 riders.
Joe has 3.
What's Aquarius in this group? Is it this?
One guy.
Only his hill, right? He misses the mountain.
Leo as well, only one.
Yes.
Clark, only one.
And Taz Francoli has his mountain rider. Tico has 2 guys.
Yeah, so we have Aquarius, Tiho.
Yeah, I think...
with 3 is in a very prime position here if he doesn't make any mistake to...
Thijs made one essential mistake. Back on the KOM for the second mountain, he decided to go for the KOM. He got 5th on it and dropped his own hill guy. He should just have waited, accepted the 30-second time gap, and pushed all to bring him back, and he would have succeeded. That's a crucial mistake by Thijs.
I think as well. That's a fault he made. But yeah, he still has a chance with this 83 mountain.
I would like to confirm
If he
that
can just get a good timing in the sprint, he still has a chance.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, it's possible. I mean, I think he and Swaxon have to try some attack, but I think there are too much helpers.
Yeah, but still, you can win the sprint if you time right. Because he has a high acceleration with the mountain rider.
It's true, but normally the hill guys should bring an
I'm
advantage.
back. Sorry, I seem to have lost.
Yeah. Sorry for. I was contacting with some guys, and basically Alapere is putting the possibility of coming back next race. We hope he does, and we also the rat part that they were that Alapere was calling was because Joe was with the 7582 in the group of Alapere, and then he was not walking at all. And was leaving all the work to Alapere. And in the moment he saw he could do the bridge, he attacked, he joined the front group and pushed with the front group, leaving Alapere behind and just taking and also tight.
Okay, that could be considered a...
If you're not stronger, you have to be smarter, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Joe's not strong. I mean, Joe's both strong.
Now he's not stronger, but he knows he will lose on the mountain stages to Alapere. He knows.
I don't know if that's exactly accurate. I mean, both are proficient at mountain. I think it was smart. I think he didn't want to get the risk of having to sprint with Alapere. I think it could be called a rat move, but I think it's it's something that a lot of people would do. I think Ale has done it himself, so I don't know.
I probably would have done the same.
Yeah.
Well, we hope Alapere can come back in the
Yes. That's,
in the
I
next
think
one.
we can all agree on this. We do hope he comes back.
Yes, it makes the final way more interesting to see an Alapere
And-
that is going to sum almost no points to come back
Guys,
from it.
guys. What do
Yes,
we see on this uphill part? Because we have of course Svexen and Thijs with only their mountain guy, and now an uphill part is coming. I don't know the percentages, but
Now the
looking on
part,
the map,
the climb part
it's
around
6%,
yeah,
so
around
it's possible to
6%.
make gaps. It's
And there goes
possible to
Joe. Joe on the attack. That is a surprising move.
It
83 Mountain of Joe goes on the
make
attack.
mountain. That
No,
shows. That shows.
80 Mountain, yeah, sorry.
He's just putting others on to work because he won't
Yeah,
win with
he's
80
making
mountain.
others work, and he will have a man with a good positioning if it works.
That
Later on when
has
they
to take the
catch.
work on because the other guys with 2 riders, if they don't do it, yeah.
I mean, it's just Tigo and PC both taking their responsibility. They're the only
Someone
guys
is
who
trying to bridge
keep
the
work.
gap, I think, from behind because it's only 45
It's a
seconds.
smart move. He forces all.
Ah, okay, look.
There's an attack by PT.
Move it back.
82 mountain guy.
And now the question is,
Joe,
what?
Joe
Joe
has to
reacts.
respond.
Yeah,
Joe has to react here.
Joe is in the mid now because he knows he loses with
And
the
who
80
is
mountain
trying to
guy.
bridge the gap in A2?
There goes Tigo. There goes Tigo on the attack.
Oh,
Also
can he
left
take
back.
this? Can he take this? And
No,
it's
everyone
also a
will
car.
go-
No, everyone will
goes
come
it.
back.
I think everyone is back, yes. And
Yes,
I don't know who suffered the most.
And there another one.
There goes Joe
and
again.
Christopher Froome goes. Joe's 83 mountain guy.
Yes, and people try to follow, but in this moment, Aquarius is the
Oof, in the block on Tigo.
and everyone stops.
Nah, he quit himself. Yeah.
Joe is trying to make the race as hard as he can for those riders that aren't as proficient at climbing, because he has good energy management. But let's see if he can actually have success in this attempt at doing so.
So we are probably going to have a mass sprint of 11 people, maybe 12, because Leo Falandri is trying to join the fight with.
Nah, won't happen. Won't
I don't
happen.
know. He was at 1 minute 30.
It's unlikely. It's unlikely because people will place to avoid having.
Yeah, no, it won't happen.
Let us see what
Yeah,
is
and
going
if
to
he
do.
joins the group, he doesn't stand a chance because the guys in front are just.
And
way
there goes
better.
another attack by Christopher Froome.
Christopher Froome again. Joe is really pushing it hard. Here, Joe is exactly trying to avoid Leo to re-enter as
Oof.
well.
Tico also on the attack with Leo Falandri on his wheel, and now it's
Pitti now.
Valverde and
Five
Pitti.
guys? Nah, everyone will catch up.
Yeah, and Leo's.
And it seems like Aquarius just has chosen the
Joe,
wheel.
Oh, Joe continues to push hard. See, what Tico did there, respond with 2 guys, is exactly what Joe wants. So let's
It's
see if
quite
he gets
interesting
better.
to see Tico with Leo Falandri on the wheel and also Thijs Frank in the wheel of Leo Falandri, while Aquarius shows Joe Whiteley's wheel. So now Leo changes to Pithy's wheel. They are doubting about the wheels to follow, but the ones that will launch the sprint will be either, will be either
kind
Joe,
of
Pithy, or Tico. Let us see.
Come on, Tess.
Joe has streamlined here. I mean, all he has to do is play it well and might get at least 2 of them in the top 5.
Now they have 2, and there goes Joe with Froome on the front, 2
It
kilometers
seems
and a
like
half.
Aquarius doesn't have a wheel anymore.
Pithy
Oh,
going for it. Pithy going for it.
What is
Blackstone takes Joe's wheel, but can they get?
Thijs doing? He was like,
I went fell.
Oh, there goes
and
Blackstone.
then
Blackstone
Beefy is
launched.
coming, Beefy. There
And
comes
I think it could be a win.
no.
It's Leo Falandri.
It's Leo Falandri on the left side. Leo Falandri cuts it.
Yes, and there goes second for Pithy and third for Aquarius, with Joe taking P4 and Tijo taking P5.
And I think we saw some Spanish revenge on Joe. Joe was unable to pass the 2 Spanish guys.
I meant Joe could have placed 2 guys. Joe could have had a better final sprint here. That was not good. Swaxon also went too soon, paid for it. Leo just did an amazing, perfect sprint on the left side. Everyone was in the center or in the right. He had lots of room, and it was really, really a good sprint there. Yes, there was a block on Joe. I'm just not sure.
There was a small block on Joe by Pithy moving with 4-6, but I think it was not the problem because the Pithy was actually blocked by himself. His launcher was blocking his rider, and he moved right to avoid his own launcher, and he got the second place. Of course, he also blocked Joe on his way, but I don't think it's going to be something appealable. At least it's my first.
I think it's one of those situations where you can't avoid it. It's not on purpose. You have to move away from your launch or stuff like that you're not doing on purpose. I don't know. That would be up to the organization to decide. I think it's not an intentional block. But we'll see. I also don't think Joe will appeal. Joe is used to playing these lobbies. He knows these things happen.
Yeah, of course, thing that happened at Vox.
But even so, with the block and the sprint that didn't go well, Joe still takes P4. After some good points in intermediate sprints, he's not in a terrible position. We just need an updated GC. I don't know if it will be possible, if we could get the export.
When I have the export, I can make it quick.
If he can ask the export to Carlos.
Yeah, I asked already, but I will do again.
Cheers. So, we have Leo, Piki,
And our player is going back.
Okay.
Great.
He has only 18 points, but it's not over for him at all. 2 wins, some good intermediate sprints. He can still turn things around. Right now we have Leo, Pihi, Aquarius, Tico, and Joe Whiteley in the first 5 spots. I think until the 5th spot.
So Swaxon was only 7th. That's also interesting.
So
Yeah.
I will tell you guys that the intermediate sprint was the host will start. There it goes. There goes the exports. Finn.
Yeah, I will do. I'm working.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Finn. Finn is the
Okay.
walking.
As soon as Finn is done with this, he will send it to Emir. That will put it on our Motoman. That will put it live on the stream with the corresponding graphics.
Sure you will. Thank you, Emir, for being here also today. You are. We love you. And
No, we don't.
we have. Yes, you do. Shut up,
Yes,
Stino,
we do.
or I can ban you from the server and you can't come.
Emir is actually very cool, contrary to what some people say.
Yeah, he's much more cooler than Gifiti. That's true.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
The points for the
Okay.
finish are already in the points classification, right?
Yes.
Yes, Emea asked for banning Stino. I will do because he's the UCI president, and I should
Hey,
follow.
why don't we want one me?
We have a person by the name of Daniel Miko 18. I've never seen him. That was celebrating Leo's win. Hello, unknown person. Thank you for watching.
Yoo-hoo. And the people are really happy for Leo, but Hush is also happy, and the French and France has Leo
It's a big
Falandri.
win for Leo Falandri, and the question now is, Leo
Guys.
was already seen as one of the favorites, having achieved gold in both track and road. With this win, is all the pressure now on him?
Guys,
Yeah,
also
I think
the
so.
com points are in the points classification because we have no mountain classification on the export.
I believe.
Yes, I think they are. Not
They
sure.
are.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask Carlos to be sure, or Joe.
Yeah, I think they are.
Ruben?
Okay, yeah, we'll count it.
Oh, Ruben is there. Okay. We do not know what Ruben is doing.
Yeah, PC says as well at point intermediate plus mountain is the same.
And the people are saying NCL as low level. Thank you, guys. We agree. And
No, we don't.
yeah, Stino, I didn't ask for your opinion, please. So yeah, we have a very interesting race so far, and now Leo Falandri has the pressure. Will he be able to hold it, or will he just choke like I don't know, like if it yesterday, for example?
I mean, I think that's the big question of the moment, because right now comes mountain, and lots of things can happen here. But if it comes to a mountain sprint, guys like Joe Whiteley, Ale Pere, and others that cannot actually put a good fight against Leo. So if he does feel the pressure, yeah, it might affect him in a bad way here. Stage. Although I don't think Leo is the sort of person that.
Let us just tell you something. Leo was the winner of Road Classics and the Road TTT. So he has 2 gold medals so far in Road in the Champions League, and he is by far, this moment, the leader of the UCI rankings. So he is, in this moment, one of the best players in the world, undoubtedly. Would you say he is the best player in the world? That is the big question.
No.
What do
I
you
don't
think
think
does he misses to be the best player in the world?
I don't think it's anything he misses. I think he's getting to a very high level. Every day he's getting better, but I don't think it's fair to assess anyone at this moment as the best player of the world based in the Champions League, because as we know, there was also a lot of people that withdrew from a lot of tournaments, a lot of the disciplines, that didn't make it this far, including in Inline, I think. So it's too soon to start talking about best of the world to anyone. I think the World Championships will be more decisive towards that.
Do you think that if Leo Falandri wins this tournament, this road,
I think he's the best player of the moment, at least that's for
he's
sure.
the best player of the moment?
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah. So,
Okay, Finn, go on.
Yes,
Tell us about the results of the
I'm
stage so far.
sending it to Emir right now, and then I tell you. I hope I did nothing wrong.
thank you, Finn.
Thank you, Finn, for your work. It's always amazing to have you there.
We have
Yes, you do
Leo.
more work than DVT. Thank you for that.
To ask you as well, Finn. I was talking here with Guy and Stino. I'm gonna ask each on a turn, so we don't have to answer at the same time. Finn, is Ale Perry the best player of the world, or the best player of the Leo? Sorry, the best player of the world, or of the moment if he wins here tonight?
Well, to be fair, I see not that much games. I heard Jose Pereira is a very, very good road player also, but I never see him playing road, to be fair. So I can't say specifically who's the best player of the world, but Leo is leading the UCI rankings. That means he has won a lot of Mickey Mouse competitions. And,
Yes.
but he also performs very well here in Champions League, so I would probably say he's one of the best, but I'm not sure if he's the best.
Stino?
Yeah.
Stino?
Stino?
Yes.
The best player of the world or of the moment if he wins here tonight? Leo.
No. Jose. If you go total road combination track, it's still Jose.
Actually, that leads me to a different question. Can Leo surpass Jose in the future as the best overall player? Because he's being very good at collecting medals in both road and track. So
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And that's my... of course, he can surpass Jose in the future. We don't know. We are talking about the future. I guess we are talking about World Championships.
yeah,
But the
in the immediate future.
he needs a lot of luck too, because in one sense, I think experience playing PCM counts, and as much experience as Leo Falandri has, he has 4 years, maybe 3-4 years of experience. Jose Pereira has almost 10 years of experience, and I think in the clutch moments, experience comes on the top. At least that is the general feeling, and in that moment, and I think Jose Pereira will be above.
I don't think you're wrong here.
Another different thing, let me just tell you something, is tryharding. And Jose Pereira certainly has no time or will to play a lot things that depend on tryharding, for instance, time trials. So in that case, if Leo plays a lot and tries a lot to become the best, maybe he can, thanks to these kind of try-hard things.
But you are kind of a silly person if you go try-harding, because it's lame disciplines.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of people that try hard, not just the time trials, but even road. I don't have anything against or pro. I don't have time for it, so I'll never get doing that. So I have to take my chances with the tournaments I have time to play. But for those that do actually have the time for it, yeah, it's game changing. It helps a lot.
So, guys that are hearing us, we have a message from the UCI president. He says, near future is PCM ETA Cup Road. So join him and have fun in some very interesting other games. And you can see if you are one of the best in the world. We have 21.
We have 31st of March. We have the NCL Team Track Cup where you can train for the Worlds.
I
And
am
it's
already.
the best. It's the best checkups are from NCL, so just join them.
Yes,
Are
and
they
you
on the
can
same
also,
day as ITA?
and you can also join PCM Spain track tournament that will start next Saturday. Go on
And
there.
here I thought that
There is a gap in the peloton. 23 riders escaped, with
Yeah.
5
yeah.
in front, 28, and 20 are behind. So,
But-
yeah, can we see the 20 guys behind that are like 2 minutes behind us already?
After we
let-
kept this situation, I can tell you the scores.
Yeah, but let me just review who is back, and we are going to do it.
Who is trying to glitch?
Finn, just a moment. I'm going to say that in the back there are 3 riders of Pithy and 3 riders of Tiho too. We have 2 from Joe Whiteley, so I think Joe has 4 on the front. Leo Falandri also 2, so he has 4 on the front. Alepere also 2, so 4 on the front. So all the 83 mountains are back, and there are some 80 mountains in front. Oh no, there is an 83 mountain in the front. Sorry, it's Taishfang.
And Hank is the only guy that's playing it smart, I think. Perry going with 4 guys.
We're going with full force, 4 guys here.
Yeah, there is a team's attack, and in the front is completely destroyed. Go on, Finn. Tell us the results really quick.
Yeah, I hope I'm not counting something wrong, but if I'm not wrong, Leo Falandri in the front with 109 points. Second place, Pifi with 76 points. Then Aquarius with 53. Joe Whiteley 51. Tycho 41. Thijs Frank and Swexen with 20, and Alepere with 18.
Okay, thank you, Finn. So in this moment we have a small advantage of Leo over Pithy, a small 33 points. It's quite interesting advantage, and then we have a very condensed group for P3 with Aquarius, Joe, and Tiho only in 12 points, and then we have Taishfang, Swagsen, and Alepere in 2 points for the 6th place right now. So anything can happen because there are a lot of points in this stage, right? We have 2 special category climbs and also 2 first climbs, and we're an intermediate sprint and also a 3rd category. So a lot of points there.
I would
And
say that this is the deciding stage. I
Yes,
mean,
that should be the
obviously,
deciding stage.
whatever happens here is going to dictate the rest of the race, the final stage. Most points are here. It's a very important stage, and I think it's the most important one. So let's see.
so people are complaining already with Leo Falandri asking, calling Pithy a clown and asking, what are you doing? While Aquarius asks, what the fuck are you doing, Tish? And Tish answers, I have no clue. So
I think Tish is being the most honest in there.
So it's quite interesting, the honesty of Taifang. They are saying, I have no clue what I'm doing, and he drops the rider from the front now. So we have a 6-man group on the front, where Swagsen has his 80 mountain and 2 other guys. Taishfang is 77 sprinter, Aquarius is 77 sprinter, and Tiho is 77 sprinter. So they are going for the intermediate sprint, clearly.
Absolutely. And those
But first we have the climb, and we are going for the attack, as I think Swagsen will take the point.
Should have it in the bag. But
No, it's Swagsen. It's Swagsen, I think.
Aquarius might have gotten the second. I'm not sure.
No, it was for Aquarius. It was for Aquarius.
That is not correct. I mean, that might be correct, but we're not sure based on what I'm at. Because
but it says in events. I think here is always correct. So it's actually Aquarius who takes the sprint. So Swagsen
is the one correct. So Carlo is the only one that can actually.
That's not a lot of points there, to be honest. These are a lot of points, and there goes Tiho on the attack. There goes Tiho on the attack. Also, Aquarius and Swagsen joining now. They are.
Aquarius is going to get his second win if he did win the first here.
I don't know what is Thijs doing. Why is he not in the front group? There he goes. He joins the front group, and he follows Tiho as Tiho tries to open a gap.
Swagsen taking advantage of his actual train.
But we still have a small climb before the intermediate sprint, if I'm not wrong, right?
Which will make some difference in the results of the sprint. If Swagsen can take advantage of it because it's the person with most riders in the front. Let's see.
There goes Swagsen in the attack. 80 mountain guy of Swagsen is on the attack, but he stops because he knows there are no more climbs. So now it's going to be a sprint between Swagsen, Taishfang, and Aquarius. Aquarius going for it. Is Aquarius going for it?
No.
Now he stops.
No, Tish Frank going very fast. Swaxon trying to pass him.
Swaxon
Swaxon has the lead.
No.
Frank went to it.
Swaxon takes
so
it.
close.
T-Hole takes P2, Taj Frank P3, and Aquarius P4 with Swaxon also P5. So this group will regroup really quick, I think, with Yates, so 80 mountain guy of Swaxon, in a really good. And in the second group, we have Ale Pere leading a group of 21 riders, so a lot of people, where Taj Frank has all his riders, of course, including the 83 mountain, and Pithy has also the 80 mountain, and Joe Whiteley has the 75 mountain, and Leo Falandri has also the 75. So we see a clear advantage here by Taj Frank getting the 83 mountain on this group, as the advantage for the other 83 mountains is over 2 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes already.
My God, that is a very good position to be in if I were Tish Frank. So let's see if we can take advantage of this.
He's saying it's my first online serious tournament, just want to have fun and don't be scared and play the freaking train game. Yes, he's trying his hard to play different from the others, and he has a 3 minute, more than 3 minute, almost 4 minute advantage right now by Tish Frank in the group with the 83 mountain. That is quite an interesting gap, isn't it?
It is. And Alapere is working as well, and PC.
Is the NCL guys in the chat rooting for it? Yes, sorry, go on, Stin.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. Who's gonna ride with Tess Frank? Are they scared of him or not? I don't know.
It's 7
I need
against
to
1,
point
right?
out something here. Is that the E1 group still has 2 minutes over these guys, and this might be, unless Alapere really starts pacing hard, this might be another first place on an intermediate sprint that Alapere won't be able to fight. So it's really
just
starting to become hard for him. I mean,
Let
he
me
needs
just
to
really
get
quick
wins.
take notice of the difference. Almost 4 minutes. This difference is going up and down a bit, but is now Taj Frank clearly pushing on the front group as he
No,
knows
and
he
Alapere makes the move.
Yes,
Alapere
Alapere goes for it. Felipe Bilbao with Mikel Neve and John Abesurati go on the Aberasturi, sorry, go on the front and try to go on a gap, and Leo Falandri tries to join, and I think he will.
I think it's the right move to do here. I mean, there's lots of time.
Tuaru also moving. Everyone is moving.
No one can wait.
Can I just react to Emea?
Yes, please.
He says best NCL moment on road in the road history. That's not too much of an history. We have as many team world titles in road as Italy. So shut your mouth.
So, was television still in black and white when you got those titles?
What?
Was
the
television
television-
still in black and white?
It was 2015, I think.
2015?
2016 is
So, yeah, pretty much yes is the answer. You're
yeah, but Italy's world title was
No, I'm
1 year
joking.
behind it, or 2 years.
No, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it's not-
Alapere is asking Leo Falandri to let him play. Let me play, he says. He knows he's going to. Leo Falandri's moves is trying to follow Alapere are going really hard, and Alapere is going really, really strong right now. I think he will connect with the front group. I think he will.
But
It's now only 1 minute with the front group, and Taj Frank should not let Alapere in, but he will probably because
he's very inexperienced, so he's not going to be able to stop it, I think, unless he really ups the pace right now. Alapere has to do this. He has to go for the all or nothing here because he needs those points. He desperately needs those points, and he's not getting them in the back.
Alapere is going really angry at Leo Falandri. Please stop doing that to me. And Leo Falandri says it's not against you. I will want him to do the same.
Which is
So
understandable. Oh, there goes Theo as well, to Whiteley. Everyone trying to leave now, or at least get the rhythm higher to bridge that gap. It's going to happen sooner or later.
and there goes an attack by Tijo trying to get Simon Yates. Simon Yates will go first in the special category climb, and this is going to be
Show us
very, very good
yeah,
points.
there we go. Show us the intermediate.
Taj Frank also is going with 2 riders and leaving his 83 mountain behind.
Oh,
Couldn't
that's-
understand it.
That's an easy win for Swaxon there. Those points are gold. I don't know how much, but any win on an intermediate sprint or climb here is very, very important.
I don't understand Taj Frank move, to be honest. He takes P2 and P3 in the mountain. Okay, that's fine. But he lost his 83 mountain.
Yeah, but if he, I mean, he's not the most experienced player, so that's an easy mistake for someone that isn't used to these kinds of competitions to do, I guess.
He
But
lost almost
still
1
has
minute.
time. He still has time to join back.
Yes, and now let me say something. Alepere has 4 riders together because he dropped the Fernandez and Jesus Arrada from the front, and now he has 4 riders, and he is trying to put his 4 riders to work to actually get into the front group. But the peloton is just 1 minute back, and that is going to be
they're not
hard.
going to give him too much room. I mean, Joe Whiteley, for
Well-
example, and others that need points aren't going to give him that room, even if Leo does.
When I would be in Taj Frank's situation now with Kreuzweig, I would maybe wait on Alepere, because then Alepere have to work, obviously, because there's 4 riders. Alepere will work, and then he can chill. Now he has to waste energy to come back to the group. Alepere would bring him back without wasting.
But I don't understand why he sacrificed the 4-minute lead
It's an experience. That's the answer to your question. He's not. He doesn't have the experience at managing energy, at keeping attention in all riders. These things happen to unexperienced players.
Yeah, but he don't he don't have to recover that much in this descent. He works the whole descent to
Okay, he is back.
yeah.
Hanging on, but he's getting there. Okay, his position. Alepere is arriving as well, but his party won't last long if the 14 guys behind can coordinate some relays, pace hard, and get there. This is Alepere's move for the all or nothing. Let's see if he can do something here.
So we have Swag.
Joe leaves.
Joe is also on the move now.
Joe's on the move now with his moment key.
He knows he needs to move, and there he
He
goes.
knows that this movement from Ale may be a race-winning moment or a race-defining moment at least.
Yeah, at least Kozvig is back on the front group, so maybe he has a good chance of going with Alepere if he knows how to do it and just get P2. So
And as soon as Alepere got there, he didn't even stop. He continued to go through. This is the all-or-nothing move for him.
yeah, and Alepere just lost 1 rider, Dele Fernandez, going on
That's
the,
expected.
and now it's 3 versus 3, Alepere versus Taj Funk, and also a lot of people with 1 rider
Joe,
around.
Third attack, I think, from Joe to try and get out of the group.
Yes,
People
but no one is going to let Joe go. There goes Pithy. He cuts the difference of Joe back to 0. He joins Joe at least, and now Aquarius and Leo Faladri have to do the work on the peloton. Also, there are a lot of people losing riders already, so that's
The pace is really high. Alepere, for example, is gonna lose his puncher. I wouldn't say now, but eventually sooner than others, because he had to do a massive work to get his guys back here. So he obviously spent some energy. Let's see how much.
attacked by Joe Whiteley.
Joe
Attacked by
Whiteley.
Joe Whiteley in the front. He tries to join Swaxon, I think.
I think he's gonna try and get that second place, but I don't think there's much chance of Alepere letting that happen.
Yeah, no, and I think Taj Frank will not let that happen too. He's trying to reduce the gap. And
we have-
Slacker is down. Slacker is
have-
down.
Oh,
That I
we
think was
have-
mismanagement by Taj Frank, because probably he could get his 3rd guy also to the top if he managed it.
yeah, if he did a better management, I think that would be a good chance, because Alepere is still working with his 3rd guy, and I expected him to bring him across.
And Pithy and Joe are almost bridging
Yeah.
to the front group.
Yeah, I was seeing that like 20 seconds ago. I think they're going to be there soon. Swaxon takes another important win. Leo takes 2nd. I don't know who was 3rd.
I think it was Tijo, but I'm not sure.
Before that, Frank with the guy, yes.
So Alepere lost contact with Tijo group actually, because he was waiting for his 75 guy, and the Pithy and Joe Whiteley are just there, and I think Taj did a great mistake, as Tom Geldeslav
Wait, is Swaxon alone with his 83 leader?
What, sir?
Is Swaxon alone with his 83 leader? He has no helpers with him?
Yes, he's alone with the 83.
That's not necessarily a good position to be in.
No, it's certainly not. But the 75 guy was already dropped. Also,
Okay, Joe is back. And
this is
Aquarius
quite
as well?
interesting. The 75 of Aquarius is also dropped. That was unexpected. Taj and Tijo was more expected, but Aquarius also lost his 75 guy already.
I
And
think Aquarius had to force a lot to
Leo
follow
Falandri is
that
trying to
Joe
close the
attack.
gap.
yes, Leo Falandri tries to
No,
bridge the
Flexen
gap
still has two guys.
and not letting Aquarius go back with his Aguirre. He's almost there, but not quite there.
This is so good at this moment for Swaxon because Leo's is pretty much doing the work for him, as Leo has to because he has to defend his leadership. So Swaxon isn't in a bad place right now.
So we are going to see a very, very interesting climb now. We have a Col d'Aspin, and this is one of the
And
most...
Miru says in the chat, hello, wonderful commentators and amazing people.
Yes, thank you. Hello, Miro, to you too.
Thank you, Miru. Hello to you too.
And we go to the last climb as Joe Whiteley takes the lead of the group. No, it actually
Oh, but Piki is putting the pace.
he putting the pace, and he opens a bit of a gap. There goes the gap. This is quite an attack.
Yeah.
Actually,
It seems that
there's an effort.
it seems that he waited for the actual bridge,
Black.
take advantage of it, and just go. Let's see if it's successful.
And we have a very interesting race situation as everyone is back, except for the helpers of Aquarius, Taj Funk, and Tijo. So everyone else is back. And there goes on the move Tijo.
That's a terrible position to be in when you're competing against some of the best guys and you have one less helper. That can make a huge difference. That will make a huge difference.
Okay, yes, okay, Amaya remembers everyone that this game is not valid until Alvisi appeal. Yes, of course.
Yes,
we
that is
will
true.
wait for validation of results. We already know it, and I think our chat knows too. And Alapere lost his third guy. That's a rather going. Interesting.
Finally, the work ended for his 75 guy. I expected him not to make this climb, obviously, after all the work he had done before.
Taj Funk trying to bridge now is the one pushing, and I think this is going to be goodbye for both.
Swexon tries to go as well. Leo's in his wheel. I don't know where Joe is.
Leo is sitting there. Leo knows he's the leader. He can. He's trying to sit a bit and just wait on Taj Funk and Swexon to do the work. Let us see. And in the front is Ale Pere pushing hard on Pithi and Tijo. Let us see what's happening.
There's games going in the chat about how many people have how many riders and that Leo should do this and that. So always good to see.
So let us see the difference, because I think it's quite interesting. If everyone gets into the top with two riders, the people in the front, now Tijo loses one rider, but Aleper and Pithi have a small advantage.
I think probably Aleper and Pithi will save their riders over the top. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure too. It's 900.
There's no point of now riding. There's no point of going through for 60k to go with two riders.
I think that Tijo losing his helper here, I expected that.
And Pithi loses his helper too. There goes Pithi. He loses his helper, and Mikkel Nieve takes the points.
Yeah, it was a close one.
I expected Tijo to be the first one to lose it because he had two for a long while, so his helper was getting to the end of his energy. Pihi being reduced to just one. Let's see how that ends, because that wasn't probably the best of management in his attempt to make a gap there.
So it's quite interesting to see that this advantage is almost 1 minute. That is very interesting, because now they are going downhill, but of course we all know they don't recover full bars in the downhill of Col d'Aspin. So maybe the people in the back still have a very good shot at it.
Maybe the people at the back are playing it safe here, but let's see if they don't play it too safe.
Yes, because now it's Tourmalet, and we all know how Tourmalet is, and they are going to pay for it, I think.
Oh, and
in the front. We know that how Aquarius would say, Aleper knows what Aleper is doing. This is the typical sentence by Aquarius, and I think Alper knows what he's doing.
I'm going to
As he
look you.
lets Dela Cruz back, actually. So now Pithi has an helper, and he's walking. So is Mikel Nieve. They are trying to maintain the gap. 50-second gap.
Try and do, but they're not going to keep that gap for long. We all know that, so we've all been there.
So 16 kilometers to the top of Col du Tourmalet, with Alepere's small advantage going to 50 seconds. Aleper and Pithi, of course, and also Tijo is there.
I think everyone has 2 riders except maybe Tijo in the front.
Yes, everyone has 2 riders except Tijo in the front, but let us see how long can they maintain the riders. Would you prefer to be back with 2 riders or be on the front with 1 rider, the big dog?
I would prefer to be back actually with 2 riders, depending on the gap, on my points in the previous stage, obviously. But the best position to be in right now in the Tourmalet, I would prefer to be in the back with 2 riders.
I understand your point, to be honest. I think I agree too. What about you, Ruben? Ruben is not telling us a lot right now. Ruben,
It's muted. I rated him already PM. That he's muted, but I don't know.
Where would
Maybe-
you prefer to be?
I would probably try to save a helper, even if I'm then in the group behind or something, because then I maybe can attack later to catch up. When I'm alone right now, it would be more than you can save, and you can't try anything against the guys with 2.
Oh, but I don't think there's coordination in it too. So if Alapera takes advantage of that, he will have this thing.
Yeah, Jones.
Pithi dropped his helper, of course. He's now back on the peloton, as the advantage actually grew a bit to 1 minute and 20 seconds.
I don't think anyone is working behind. I mean, not in a coordinated way, because Joe is complaining as well. Now Leo.
Joe and Swagson are trying to work now, but Leo just tried to work before, and Leo is angry with Carlos.
Yeah, Swagson and some of the others that are behind in the GC of the final need to go now or risk not catching all if nothing is done.
They are angry with Aquarius because Aquarius is not collaborating on the back group, and Swagson, I think, stopped collaborating too. Yes, now goes Joe Whiteley in the front and is alone trying to bridge this difference down, and is already growing. 1 minute 30, and Alapere loses Mikel Nieve.
This is a terrible position where Joe was just seconds ago using his 80 mountain to work alone. That's kind of cost.
Aquarius is now collaborating on the back, but it's quite interesting that in the front they are the 3 alone. Tijo, Alepere, and Pithi.
We all know that Alepere has the most energy of these 3 guys because he was the last one to lose his helper, so obviously he's in a better position of those 3.
Would you, if you are playing as Tijo here, would you just let you drop from this group and try to join the back group, as you know that you are not going to be on the top with this group?
No.
You just maintain yourself till you die?
I would put my own pace when I saw that I didn't have a chance to follow. If I was caught by the other group, it would be because I would be at my own pace, trying to save as much energy as I could, because I think we're at a point now where it's too late to just go back, completely go back.
And this is quite interesting. Tijo is relaying hard. This is surprising.
I think this is
Alepere asked for relays, and Tijo automatically put himself on the front and relayed for both Pithi and Alepere. So I guess this is a tactical agreement that they will not drop him, or at least try not to drop him.
I don't remember the GC, but I think these 3 guys are behind, so it makes sense if they all work together.
No, Pithi is actually second.
Pithi is the one
that might be the one that benefits more if this works then.
Yes, and Joe Whiteley loses his domestic.
Yeah,
so Swagson, Aquarius, and Tai Frank. Everyone is
down with 1 man because now they're going for the final push to try and narrow that gap before the end of the climb.
And I think we all know if these 3 men pass in the front in this mountain, and they will probably win the stage, as they will recover.
Very complicated if nothing.
And I think they are going to and Alepere takes the mountain points as Tijo passes P2 and PTP3, and this is going to be a win or a man in the front, I'm almost sure.
Let's not put the win in the bag yet, because there's one last final climb, and if these guys in the back, if they did at least good energy management, Oliver has been in the front for a while. There might still be a chance, depending on how the climb goes. But right now, it's looking good for the Spanish.
Stino, do you think they will
Mhm.
win?
No.
Do you think the win is still on the back?
Yes, because now they did so much more effort in
Yeah.
the break than the guys behind, and the guys behind who are still with 5. So
Yeah, but that is if they can get an understanding. If not, they're doomed.
It's 3 versus 5. Do you really think they will not find an understanding? Do you think?
How many times have we seen that happen? No one wants to work, and at some point, people just say it up and let the breakaway win.
yeah, but
And
the
in
break
the-
is not gonna win, I think.
And in the breakaway, is Tijo, Pithi, and Alapere actually working at 70 relay? And in the back, they are relaying a bit more, I think, because they are reducing the difference to 1 minute from 1 minute and 20 that they had on
There
the top.
seems to be some understanding here. Let's see how long it lasts. So.
Aquarius is working hard right now as we approach Luz Adiden.
I
Only
think it was about time.
1.5 kilometers to start the climb, and they will start the climb with 1 minute advantage. And now it's going to be all about bar management.
Yeah, and who did the best recovery in the downhill? Because
Yep.
both
I
sides
think-
are facing.
I think probably everyone has recovered really good, and
Yeah,
now
that's-
the one
that's it
and,
too, because
and
if
now the
someone-
1 minute advantage will be decisive, and though I think the front will come through.
And in the front is Pithi and Tijo working so far, and Joe Whiteley is the one working on the back.
Swaxon was in an odd position there in the back group, returning. Okay,
Yeah, Sparkson
Joe
is
is really. Joe and Carlos are really working hard. I don't see the others doing much right now.
and I think they are stopping kind of. They are trying to. I don't think everyone is relying on the back group as they are.
No, and like I
No.
said, if this happened and it's happening, it's not gonna work. So the E1 group, the front group now, they definitely might have the stage in the hand.
Yes, the E1 is a big advantage.
And if that comes to be, I'm putting my money on
Attack
the
by Swaxon. He tries to up the pace in the back.
I'm putting
And
my
they're going with
money
2,
on
they're going with 2.
Oh, and
But Leo will catch up.
that goes Leo. Joe and the Aquarius might be in a disadvantage here because they
No, they'll catch up.
more. Yeah, they will catch up now, but at what cost? Because they faced more than the others.
This is exactly like a Zomengan tournament from EMEA. People are coming to this last climb from the back and they just have one rider. Let us see what they can do. And now in the front, in the front of the second group is Taj Funk and Joe Whiteley. Joe is clearly working his ass
Yeah,
off.
Joe is now trying to go at least, but I don't think they'll let him. He's not.
Yeah, he tries to
Really
break
good.
with an attack in effort, but no one is going to let him. Leo Flanders.
No one will obviously let him go because if the stage is lost like that, they still need to fight for that first place. Oh, Swaxon again.
Swaxon, and people let Swaxon go.
Interesting.
Understandable that Swaxon would be the first person allowed to go because he's slow on the GC.
Yeah,
So-
probably I think this is a good move from Swaxon.
I think Leo might be. I think Leo is underestimating Swaxon. He might
think-
pay for that.
I
mean,
think
the-
Watch Leo because
and
he's
Tijo
later.
drops from the front group, I think.
Not
No, it
surprised.
stays there. It stays there. It stays there. For
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
it stays there.
Swaxon about to arrive, so he's
And
still
there's
alive.
Dash Punk again.
This was it for the group behind. They are not.
And there goes Swaxon arrives. At what cost though? Let's see.
I mean, I think Alapere is smart enough to know that he has better bars than Swaxon normally. So he will try to keep the pace somewhat up. And,
The fight of Alapere is against Pithi, I think, there.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Swaxon is in the back of the GC. so
Swaxon is
not-
trying to go for P3, but I think Tijo has a very good advantage there if he
No,
manages.
I don't think Tico will last until the end.
2 kilometers to go.
I think he's gonna lose a sprint.
2 kilometers to go. Let us see.
they're checking each other. They know they have enough
Alapere,
room.
and there goes Alapere. There goes Alapere in the attack. No one can
Swaxon
react
responds.
quickly.
PC is going to bridge it.
It's a good
I
attack.
don't know why Swaxon is bridging, but he's trying to do it. He sees he has bar for it.
Yeah,
so
Allepera
there
is
you
it. Allepera is it.
Waxon
Yeah,
needs
I
to win.
agree.
That's why he has to win, but
Alaperes
he's not gonna make it.
made win. He's back. P1 4. Alapera.
Alapera takes not a shocker. Alapera takes the win. And
Oh,
he's
and
the bridge.
PC miscalculated the sprint.
Oh,
Actually,
PC
Swaxon takes
died. PC die. I did not see that
P3,
one coming.
P4, and P5 will be for Leo Falandri,
Yeah.
P6 for Carlos,
I
P7
think-
for Joe, and P8 for Ty.
I'm not
So at the
sure-
moment, the race is between Leo, PC, and Tycho. I think that's the podium at the moment.
I am
Pretty
not
sure.
sure, but
Although I don't know what. Although Swaxon took some good amount of KOMs, I think. With
Yeah,
Jason.
he did, and he did the second place, so he might be back on. I think the race might be over for Joe, though. I don't remember.
Yeah, Joe is. Thijs is complete. Thijs is completely in the mid. Thijs is over. That's for sure. And
So, like I said, I was pretty sure that Tiho was going to be fourth, and I think he would have been if PC didn't miscalculate his sprint, which can happen. Obviously, lots of us have done that. But Tiho did a massive effort management in that last part because he lost his domestic very early, so very well done for him.
Okay, and this is a quite interesting. I didn't set it still, but I will. Alapera's masterclass.
Allepera
Yep.
masterclass.
yep.
Alapera played really well, and I think Swaxon surprised me because he bridged the groups and he actually had energy enough to sprint for P2. That was quite impressive.
I mean,
Swaxon is very good at that kind of thing, and like I said, they let him go because he wasn't a danger in the GC, but I
Of
don't
course.
think you should underestimate him. That might be a mistake there.
I think he was just sitting in the wheels while the other three were doing some relays. Although don't think Tycho did any relays, but.
Yeah, but Tiho was smart not to do
Tiho did. I saw.
Yeah, at the start, but as soon as Swaxon joined,
he had to stop because if he didn't, he wouldn't have enough energy for this.
I think Swaxon did just smart
Tiho-
relays on the
Tiho is
descent.
actually-
It was just in the back of the group on the small flat part in between.
Tiho is actually a good player because I think a lot of people would have fucked it up there without a domestic for so long. So props to him.
And now to finish, we have our classical tricky stage where anything can happen, where we can see that it's not clear who would you work for. Of course, the 77 sprinter would be the goal, but can they make it?
And out of the blue with 127 points, Alapera is back in the fight, I think.
Yes, it is. Alapera is certainly back, and is back in his way. And I think we will have a very, very interesting stage in the last one. At least a very nervous stage. Everyone will be looking in the upon the shoulder to see where are the others. So I think this is going to be quite an interesting moment.
I would say that Alapera, Leo, Tiho, PC, and maybe Swaxon still have a chance at the gold. I don't know the exact scores, but thinking about what happened, that might be the situation.
I think two people are out.
Finn, you have the export.
And Joe are
Yeah,
guaranteed
I
out.
think Thijs and Joe are out.
I think Carlos might be as
I
well. I
have
don't
one
remember.
question for the experts. We have, have we had we two? We have only one com in the mountain points in the expert. Yeah.
The mountain points are added to the actual points.
Yeah, I know, but
I think the com that you see in the last one is the com.
Oh
of
yeah, the last
one.
mountain, and it doesn't count.
Yeah,
okay,
it doesn't count.
Then, good. Then I will.
Yeah,
I will just do.
the rest of the KOMs are added to the points. The last one is a part because it doesn't count.
Yep.
So you're
we have some opinions, so let me just tell you what people are telling us.
El Grande fraud boys here.
Yes, Miro Rivera and Daniel are discussing about freedom to Alapere. Daniel said, "Really, did you let all this freedom to Alapere?" And Miro answered, "Yeah, well, he is last in GC. I would care more of Pithy." And Leo says, "Now Alapere is first." I don't know if he.
No. I don't think he made up that much ground. It could be because The guys who did good in stage 1 actually did not.
because
But I think Leo is still leading. Leo must be leading.
pretty
Yeah.
sure Leo's still leading.
But versus him, so people are thinking different things. Ivar says that is short-term thinking. Now we can still win with a lot.
That's true. That's
If we
true.
roll him out on stage 2, we would have no chance. And that's
Alipere went from being out to being in the run, so.
and that's not surprising. That's the most Alipere thing ever. So he's back.
Stop the Alapera hype.
Yes.
This is not hype. This is
This is not
quality
hype.
play.
No, but of course, if
No,
he wins the state, but it's not only Alapera. Like if Thijs Frank was in a situation, he should have done. It's also risky, but you know, Alapera, if he's gone, he will win the mountain stage.
Wait, we are
You just know
discussing what happened here, not what could have been. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, but like saying, oh, because it's Alapera, you can't let him go. Well, maybe because you know he most likely win the stage, but I think
okay, let me just stop you there. We all know, as PCM players, or at least those of us that play Road a lot, half of the key for the win: know your lobby, know who you're playing with. Yes, you know that if you let Alipere go, you're probably fucked. That's what happened here.
no, I don't know because I mean.
I get
The final stage is it's not like Alipere has that much more of a chance than any other player. I don't think
he's
so.
a good sprinter, so yeah.
It's a good sprinter, but I think all of those in the lobby are pretty good sprinters.
Yeah.
That's why they're here.
I think those that will make the difference for the GC are those that are actually out. If they can make a good sprint, they might help decide the winner. Not on purpose, obviously, but because they'll try and make their points to get the best position they can. I think that will also be a factor to keep in mind.
Let me just a moment.
VFT is needing a lot of moments this evening. Why is Frau's father asking about qualification for Champions League?
I don't know.
Okay, so right now, I think
Bravo.
Leo Falandri is actually in a prime position to win here.
Mm-hmm.
No, probably he has Ross right and Alipere is leading.
What, sorry?
I'm still counting, but when I look over it, probably Alipere is leading.
That doesn't sound right. Didn't Leo do fourth on the stage?
Don't know. From the XML, Leo's got only 32 points in this stage, while Alipere scored 137. I'm still counting the points from the first stage, but Alipere.
Oh, then if Leo loses this, although that's not certain at all because difference is tight and we still have a lot of points to go. But I think at this point it might be between those two. Maybe PC as well, obviously. Sorry, excuse me. We'll hear the GC as soon as we can.
Yes.
One thing is for sure, I believe that Joe Whiteley and Thijs are already out.
I think as well.
Yeah.
And I even think that Parius might be out at this point.
Let me inform the players. I think they should know the classifications.
Yeah,
Do we have
Yes, please.
Wait, give me.
If you can send it to Emir and Emir decides to not be lazy, maybe he could put it on stream as well for our viewers.
Yeah, I think it would be quite interesting if Emir actually worked.
I mean, that would be cool, right?
Frabo said, "My father arrived and disappointed, saying me, why are you not qualified?" I think
Out of
Frabo
context,
correct.
yeah.
How can I say you? My for my family, PCM is like the beer cycling, or maybe more important than the beer cycling. Unfortunately,
Okie dokie.
We know Frabo's family should be here supporting him if he was here, but
Probably
unfortunately,
there is a picture of Emea on a dartboard at Frabo's house and they're just throwing darts at it.
yes. Imagine everyone in Frabo's house knows who Emir is.
of course. Also my friends. I'm not joking.
Let me go really quick through the classification. Nazale Pere takes the general lead with 155 points this is not a coincidence. This is Barcelona 155th. So it was quite a masterclass then. It was on purpose.
Please, no, don't start. Okay.
Leo Falandri 141, Tijo takes P3 126, 122 to Pithy, 114 to Swaxon, 78 to Aquarius, 67 to Joe, and 42 to Frank.
Yeah, so we have 5 contenders, that's sure.
Yeah,
5 contenders for sure. I think the others, Joe and Aquarius and Ty, would need like every single point they could have at this point to.
I mean, we can take 100 points and maybe podium, but that's it.
Yeah, and all the intermediates. They would need to win them to make sure they actually recover that gap, and they would need the others to have a bad stage ending. So it's too many factors.
It would be nice to get Tijo on the podium.
I think we have our 5 competitors here. That
tell me the classifications really quick. Leo 100.
Look at Inline.
Finn, please tell me the classification.
Yeah, wait, I will send a quick to email.
Yeah, please do.
I'm trying to write in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So
wait, do we have them posted?
Yes, we
just
have
on
both.
Discord, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you then. Okay, here we go. Aletere 155, Leo 141. Key?
What? Sorry. I'm writing down in the chat.
Yeah, I was giving you the points.
Yeah, don't worry. I already have it.
Okay, cheers. So back to the race. First sprint is about to be contested. Lots of people here. I think everyone's still here with at least one rider. Ale has one. Everyone else, I think, has 2 or more, except maybe Joe as well. Swaxon moves on the offensive to launch the sprint.
And the sprint will be taken by Swaxon with
Swaxon.
Can be important 15 points.
These 15 points may
Yes.
be
Going to happen on the mountain. Is
Please,
someone gonna take a full pace and just drop all sprinters or not?
please, if you can go on with the provisional, I will give you of course it's not official till the exports are there, but I can give you the provisional classifications as Swaxon takes 15 and Aquarius takes P2 that I think it's 10 points, right? 15-10.
Now, please notice that the importance of that sprint is so much that we even see 82 sprinters in here, like Mark Cavendish for Swax. So.
Yes, people were really trying to win this intermediate sprint.
Yeah, the question is because it's not really a mountain stage. Your yellow bar won't be that important. You can do with a helper less. So
absolutely, yeah. I mean, that was I personally would have taken the 82 sprint as well.
We also give the 3rd place in the intermediate sprint to the Dutch 3, that is Tijo. So Tijo gets some points that could be useful also for his classification. So it's not
definitely will be real.
We had a miscount, by the way, because Swaxon has more.
Who was second, by the way?
Second was Aquarius.
So right now we have.
Wait. I did a mistake.
Swaxon has 21 points more than he has in the standings right now.
Exactly.
So he's 3rd right now.
So Swaxon is actually in full contention for the win at the moment.
Yes,
like
after taking that intermediate sprint.
I think that people that allowed Swaxon to go underestimated him, and I said they could.
I mean, allowed him to go. I think that's not really. I mean,
yeah, it is what happened. I mean, when Joe tried to leave, everyone chased. When Swaxon tried to leave, no one chased, and especially Leo, that was the quote unquote leader.
How many points has Swaxon then officially?
135.
135. Yep.
Shut the fuck up. That's Martin, you anchor.
That is.
By the way, I think those who like Thijs, Joe, and Aquarius better don't make it too hard of a stage, because what really should be in their advantage is just hoping to have multiple guys in top 10 to take away points of others. But Will be interesting if they actually do that,
I
because
think it's not. Isn't it only the first that counts in inline?
the first counts, but others take away points.
Oh yes.
So yeah, so if someone does a 1, 2, 3, no one will take 70 and 50 points.
Exactly.
That could be interesting to think about, because like those three at the back, Aquarius, Joe, and Thijs, just need.
I think if Joe wants to make a comeback of some sorts for at least a medal, he didn't start in the best way. He didn't get points in the sprint, so that's a bad start. But there's still a lot of KLMs and one sprint before the finish line, so there's still time. So maybe Joe's playing the long game. I don't know. It's not. It hasn't been the best evening.
And there goes Tijo taking. I think he will take Paul de Madeleine points, as Aquarius will not get there, and will take some points to his book. Let me see.
Tijo needs
3-2. No, Tijo loses Gornewegen there. It still is going to take it. Yes, it's 5 points more for Tijo and 1 more for Aquarius. Can you sum, Finn?
Wait, what is that
Yes,
again?
5 points more to Tijo, 1 more to Aquarius.
This was the first point in this stage. I have the
this stage. I will give you all the points, but sum these for now. I will give you the intermediate sprint right now. Okay, don't worry.
Yeah, 5 points for Tijo.
Yes, and 1 for Aquarius.
1 for Aquarius. So
the first intermediate point is 15 to Swagsen.
Wait, 15 to Swagsen, yes.
10 to Aquarius.
Yes.
And let me take a real. And 6 to Tijo.
Yes.
I'm not sure about the others. So I cannot tell you what are the others, but we can make our idea so far. But at least having a small idea. Oh, puncture.
Oh,
yeah. That is
everyone is going to wait.
So
just in the moment the climb starts, Mikkel Niep as a puncture.
They're going to the chase again.
Yeah, 80 mountain guy is.
Yeah, because let's face it, Tijo in the front was making a lot of crucial points that can help him make the comeback if he gets a good finish, and he's capable of that. So Alapera trying to get some points for him as well. That's a good move.
So guys, quick telling: Swagsen overtakes Leo Falandri with the points we have for this stage. Actually,
what's his placement in the GC? Third? Oh, here we have it.
Swagsen is second now. As now he's second. Before the stage he was third because he took 15 points at the intermediate sprint, and Leo takes 0 points for now in this stage.
Yes, so now it's Swagsen who takes P2 overall. We are doing live classification right now. Of course, we don't know if they are official or not, but
yes,
at least the ones that I told you are official. The other ones, I don't know. But these ones...
I hope I make everything right.
Yeah, I hope so.
Otherwise, Carlos will make the right.
I think Thijs Frank is definitely out, even for the medals, unless he produces some kind of miracle, and I don't think it will happen.
And why is Theo now attacking alone? This is quite an. He's going for the first category, clearly.
Yeah. He's sending his Clever to the first category. Because it's probably going to give him some points that he desperately needs after Tijo scores some on the board. He wants to keep his leadership. He knows he has a good chance in the sprint, so as much points as he can get in the intermediates, even better.
So let me just tell you that this first category gives 8 points to the winner. So we are playing for 8 points right now.
Very important 8 points, by the way.
Alapera is back on the group, but Pithi now takes the lead with 83 mountain. They clearly have the strategy. Pithi and Alapera knows they need to go now, and there goes Pithi alone. He's trying to go for the points. 5 kilometers to go. Swagsen goes with Yates and Thomas on the back, and the others are trying to save their riders. We have a cut in the peloton, actually.
Clever. Swagsen being clever here, knowing that if he can take some extra points here, it will only help his cause. Because at this moment, if Swagsen wins the race, for example, if he makes a good race throughout the intermediate sprints, he can actually get gold here easily.
Alapera dropped with the 82, with the 75-82 guy. That maybe is his leader for the stage. And he is with Swagsen and Aquarius there, and also Joe as by other means, Tijo is trying to go
Who are
harder.
these two guys that Thijs Frank has?
Thijs.
It's 83 and 80, I assume?
No, it's Hill
One
guy
of them
actually.
is ready to climb. That's
Oh,
interesting.
that's
Oh, he's
good.
dead.
Oh,
He's
this
dead.
is actually an interesting move. He managed to give himself a gap by putting his Hill guy in the wheel.
Yeah,
And
and his Hills guy is dead.
Was not a,
yeah, that's true.
was there not a block there though? I don't
But
think.
seeing the gap, he might be able to get back in the group with other Hill guys. But it's risky. It's risky. He will take the KON though. He will take the KON.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Yeah, he will take it. He has such a gap. He
Yeah,
needs to really focus on his Hill guy now, though, of course, because
So why
Finn,
I think PC
Finn,
takes third.
Yes.
8 points for Thijs.
Wait. 8 points Thijs, yes?
5 to Joe Whiteley.
Yes.
3 to Pithy.
Yes.
2 to Swagson.
Yes.
And 1 to France 2, that is
Leo.
Palandri. Yes.
1, right?
Yes. So
And this, we have all points from the stage counted now in the
Yep.
provisional. Perfect. Then I will send a provisional in the inline chat.
yeah, okay, thank you. And we are having a very, very interesting race so far, as Alepere is taking almost no points and the others are recovering the difference. This is interesting. Now the difference between Alepere and Leo Falandri is only 12 points, and the difference between Alepere and Alepere Swagson is only, I think, around 10 points, right? 10
let's
points?
see. I think they're trying to get away of this group. Alepere asking Svexen and Tigo to work with their 80 mountain guys. So I guess that's in. Oh, that's there. Those 3 all got dropped, and I want to get them back in the group, of course.
Let me tell you something. The one that has the 77 sprinter better collocated is actually Leo Falandri. Leo Falandri has his 77 sprinter, only 1 minute and 30 back on the peloton, and he has a helper with his 77 sprinter.
That's actually interesting.
Yes, that could be a merge, and the Tijo is working too in that group. I don't understand why, but he's
That's
working.
a really interesting move, yeah.
And so
Okay,
Swagson now stops his 72 rider because he knows he needs to wait for his sprinter that is really on the back. Alepere is trying to join his helper too. There he goes. Alepere is trying to put his 77 sprinter back on the group. But Leo Falandri has
And
advantage.
the question is, what will they do with Kruiswijk? Will someone actually work? Yeah, it seems like people want to make.
Leo managed to close the actual gap.
He's not riding through, I think, Kruiswijk.
Okay. Do we know who is in each group? From what are the riders in each group? I mean, Leo has 3 and Joe has 3 or 4. But
I
who
think
are?
they all have their
Yeah.
Hill guy in the group.
Let me tell you something.
And no 77
Everyone
sprinters.
has the hill guys on the group except for. Let me just really quick pass the riders. No one. So everyone has the rider. Everyone.
Except for the one.
Except no one.
No, I was trying.
Oh,
to
let me see an attack by Chris Froome at the moment.
I was trying to look if someone dropped, but no, everyone has his heels guy, and the one that
and
has his
Tigo has to watch out now. But
his sprinter closer is Leo Falandri, with Tijo working hard for Leo Falandri for.
Wait, Does Leo is the only one with the sprinter here?
He doesn't
no,
have-
not here. But he's in like A3
Yeah,
or something.
A3 right now. A3 right now.
He's the closest.
Yeah, the closest one is Leo. I don't know if he's going to manage to put him back, Leo, but yeah, it's quite.
It's going to be very hard. Even his, I assume it's his 80 mountain guy is already dying.
It's going to be hard.
I
Maybe
mean,
if
he's
he will
probably
drop-
going to make it, but
He is not taking the risk though to wait for it, which is
No,
obviously the
I
right
think-
choice.
I think maybe dropping the 80 mountain guy would not be terrible, but yeah.
I mean,
don't
only
think-
the 80 mountain guy won't make the difference.
you
So
cannot do that because the 80 mountain guy isn't gonna.
the 80 mountain guy, you can let him drop if the gap is still a minute, but otherwise don't drop him.
Yeah, he's more useful in the front right now than in any other place.
Yeah, indeed.
Let me really quick. The difference is 2 minutes and 50 seconds between the sprinter and the.
I don't think the sprinters. I don't think any sprinter will be in the ending of this race.
Yeah, and I don't understand Tijo move because he worked for Leo Falandri and now he's just dead.
I didn't
Yeah,
really
probably
understand.
just put him on relay,
Can I
and
just
then he
say-
later on he joined a group with Sprinter.
Can
Didn't know
I
that,
just
and
say that regardless of what happens here, Leo Falandri went from a great first stage to not doing so good afterwards. He hasn't been doing many intermediate sprint points, so he definitely might need a win here. If he wins, he can always say, "Oh, I always had it all planned, always had it all controlled." If he doesn't win, I have to be the first to say that he kind of brought it on himself on that second stage.
I mean, yeah, maybe somewhat. But at the end, it's you can't just look at one guy.
No. Okay. Let's put it this way: when Alipere left and
Mhm.
attacked on the second stage, Leo was the one trying to go with him. That's a good move. But I think the peer pressure of Alipere, a friend, so to speak, asking, "Let me do my own game," this might have screwed Leo here. Leo actually allowed him to leave. Never caught up to the main.
Yeah. This reminds me of something. We in the PCM World Community Championship, we also had the inline, and we had one guy who was just crying in the chat time after time that he should be gone in the break. That everyone should let him go. It was mainly looking at me, Joe, and Twan because we were the highest 3 in the points at that moment, and well, he kept just pushing, let me go. At the end, he went on to win the inline because people were like, okay, if you really want to, we just let you go, and not seeing the risk of him winning the stage and taking lots of KOM and intermediate sprints was actually putting him in first. Yeah.
And who was that person? Do you remember who that was?
That was Isam, but
So that's exactly what I'm saying here. Definitely, I think Leo made a huge mistake. It still win. Obviously, he has everything in his hands to win. But if he doesn't, doesn't mean the first one to say stage 2 was where he fucked up.
And the classification is just in our stream. Look at your left side. You can see the virtual classification after stage 2. Doesn't include the of course
The
this stage.
intermediate of stage 3. Yeah, it does.
Joe really tries to attack the stage.
And I
Well,
think
yeah, he has to do
I think
something, of course, but
Joe needs to do
They
something.
they have a lot of delay into it. I think they are still climbing the first category sprint. The first
They
category
have
sprint,
some
Martin.
delay, which is normal, but I will refresh my page and see.
What?
actual
They are on
delay.
the second cat. They are. The sprint
no,
stream is pretty
but
good.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
only
It was my mistake.
it's only 200 meters of difference or something.
Yeah. It was my
If you
Twitch
do have-
mistake.
If
Sorry.
you refresh, you will see the real gap. They are pretty close.
Yeah. Sorry.
there.
And the
worry.
difference with the sprint of Leo Falandri is down to 2 minutes and 20. I don't think he will join, but it is there. It's there.
Shut your PPT, shut your mouth.
But it's
And the
up-
second cat.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
By the
do
way,
that.
if I see correctly, the 80 mountain is now with the sprinter of Leo.
I also think he is. Yes, he is.
I saw 3 guys of Leo, and it's impossible to
Yes,
have 3 here and 3 there. So
And there goes the sprint, mass sprint, and I think will be points for.
BC.
No.
Oof, no, Alapere with a 1-2.
Takes 1-2.
Go.
Second
It was
category
worth it,
climb.
Joe.
Green
was
having a
perfect.
Joe
point.
might have got second. I'm not. Oh no, 1-2, and Joe might have been done third, I believe.
Having the point. Yes.
8 points for Alapere,
Yes.
2 points for Joe Whiteley, 1 point for Pithy.
Yeah, that's correct. I think. I mean, it could be 7 or and 3, but I think 8-2 is the most likable.
Yeah, it's not certain, but.
No, it's never.
And now we go to the intermediate sprint. Kruijswijk attack, but Joe is going to try to launch
Oh,
out
that's
for
not
the
a good.
intermediate.
That's not a good thing to. That's just wasting energy.
I mean, if no one reacts immediately, it can work, but
No, but Joe's all over it. Alipere is all over it. These guys, especially Joe, need the
I
extra
mean,
one.
yeah.
Sprint.
And there
he
goes
goes.
Alipere. He launches. Oh, let's see if he has the best position.
It's
an
right.
Aquarius takes it. Aquarius takes it.
Oh, I think Leo could be on the inside though.
I'm
It is.
almost-
Tico.
No, it was Aquarius. No, it was the game says in the event says who takes it is Jesus Herrada from Spain 1. So Alipere takes
second
it.
and third.
Yeah, it seems like Alapere. Aquarius was
Can
Yeah.
you tell me the
No.
points?
I think it
The
was. I
event-
think it was between Leo and Hirada.
The events
That's
are
it.
usually correct, yes.
It's quite difficult to see the points, but I guess it's going to be points for Alepere, and then
Flex and
let
Joe, I
me.
believe.
Can you say me the points?
No, I will try. It's 15 to Aquarius. 15 to Alepere,
Yes.
10 to Aquarius, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
6 to Swaxen,
Yeah.
and 3 to Joe, and one to Tiho, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just
given
provisional.
Given
Aquarius
what
will
I
do.
saw, given what I saw, I think that might be correct. But obviously, it's
I mean, it was heavy. 5 guys on the line, it seemed. So
yeah,
it was.
we're
it was
working
hard
with
to
our
see.
eyes only, so
And
naturally.
you also never know if the line is where the actual line is. That's also the question. Although
Yeah.
you see them stop sprinting, then you know it's finished. But
Yeah. Like I said, we're working with our eyes here, and in a game that isn't reliable, I'm sure people understand this is only provisional.
Yes, and I'm sure also people understand that the stage win gives amazing 100 points. So whoever wins the stage
yeah, of the
from
top 5 of the
will
is
take
winning.
the general classification. It's almost sure. Nowadays, it's not sure because if Pithi wins it and Alepere takes P2, Alepere actually takes the classification right now. So it may be enough, but mainly let us assume that whoever wins the stage wins the general classification from this top 5. If
What will they
someone-
do with this Joe attack though? Is the
There's a
question.
good chance of that. It isn't
Because
guaranteed for all
I
of
think
them.
for Alepere and mainly for Alepere because he's the highest placed. It's actually good if Joe wins the stage, because that takes away 100 points and makes the chance for Alepere to win even bigger.
Yep. Let us see what happens there.
Let's not forget that we still have Leo Falandri here in a good placement as well. I don't know if
Yeah, he's one of the 5 guys, of course.
I don't think, but I don't think he. Yes, Steve?
Let me just tell you something. If someone else wins between Aquarius, Joe, or Taishfang, if either Alepere, Swaxen, Leo Falandri, or Tiho takes P2, they win it. They win the general classification. So it's quite important that they are basically tied. Pithi is not, but he's going to take some points here, I think. There goes. Points for Pithi. No, he dies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does it.
Yeah, so
Alex does a 2-3 here.
Tell me.
I
Harry.
think, let me tell you really quick. I think this is, of course, only provisional. Let me just take a look at how many points gives this part. Yep. So it's
By the way,
5 points, no, 6 points for Pithi,
Yes.
two guys got
and-
dropped. But it's
and
interesting.
6 points for Swag.
Oh, PC attacks.
PC with a good attack. Who is gonna work now? Aquarius is joining him.
Aquarius follows.
You should say you should look at Alepere now because at the moment Alepere is PC is winning it. And Alepere is in the lead, of course. But it seems like Leo and Swexen
I know-
and also Tigo know the responsibility all four.
They're gonna have to work. They can't just rely on Alepere and wait for him to do everything.
Let us see who's going to take the points, and I think will be Pithi maybe or Aquarius.
Aquarius is pushing. Let's see if he can still get there.
Pithi is pushing hard. I think it's
PC has them in the bag. Yeah.
yeah.
PC with the 1-3.
It's actually
Aquarius
Pithi 1-3, Aquarius 2, and Swaxen 4. So, Finn, are you listening to me?
Yes. Wait. Yes. No. Tell me.
1 point for Swaxen,
Yes.
3 points for Aquarius, and
Yes.
7 points to Pithi.
I doubt this will really matter though because I think the differences are so tight
Yeah, that is the point.
that we won't know. So we just have to wait for the experts.
Give me
But
Definitely matters. This definitely matters depending on what happens on the stage, obviously. But it might be very important depending on the placements.
I mean, someone has to chase down PC now, and it should not be Joe Whiteley. And there we have the attack of Swexen and Leo both going.
And Joe.
Finn, give me
Move.
classifications as soon as you can.
Yes. Wait.
And Alepere is somewhat in the mud now, but he closes it down because there is no cooperation in front.
An inline champion, 15 men together. Who's gonna take it all?
Interesting to see that Thijs actually has lost his helper by what has been seen some stupid solo attacks maybe. But you know, if you're lost, you have to try something and
I
hope.
think that again he pays for that inexperience, and he has
Leo attacks.
And interesting to see that Joe is the one responding because I mean,
And now
Attack by Tico.
Tico. Oh, this could be a good move. This could be a move. This could be the move.
With that.
his size in his will.
Yeah, but Alapere gonna close it right away.
And everyone is together. I mean, it seemed like a good move because Leo, PC, and Swexen were all stopping, but at that moment, Alapere just came into
That was
the
the one
base.
that I expected.
Oh.
Joe.
Joe stopped.
This is a big mess at less than 15k to go, and
Someone
everyone
has to control the base so
Yeah.
nobody can escape.
I
That would be the
posted.
best for Alapere.
I posted there.
I don't know. I think Alapere wants one of the 3 other guys to get away.
Yeah.
That's the best for him, of course. But
dangerous-
if those don't attack, he has to chase down those first.
The difference is 13
Let me
points.
give an insight, just really quick right now. If
Attack from Tico.
Why is he chasing himself down? I think that Mollema move could have done something,
Wait,
but he chased himself down with ghouls.
Let's hear
This was really weird.
Yes, this was a weird move from
Let me
Tico.
just really quick do the insight. Alapere or Swagson just need to win to actually are the only ones that if they win, they win. Otherwise, if Leo or Tiho or Pithi win, they need
Aquarius
they need Alapere to not
in the
finish
gap.
second.
And
But
Swexen not
everyone
going.
just closes.
This is the most dangerous zone. They can't let anyone go right now, and they're about to prepare the sprint 6 kilometers to go.
PC
Now, PC, this is good to move. This is the 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 move. I think.
This might be the move. This might be the move. Let's see.
Leo closes it.
Who's on his wheel?
But in this moment, Leo is
Look at
actually.
that.
I mean,
Alapere is gonna close the gap.
yeah, he has to. He has to.
He has to. We cannot
It
let
takes
it go.
energy, but he closes. He manages to close it.
And now it's interesting. Who will time his sprint the best?
Oh,
Gap
this
isn't closed.
This is a very good advantage for Leo Landry and for Pithi.
Real
This is on the goal.
Easy. Joe
And I
right to try.
I think
Everyone wants
Tico
us
really
to
mistimed
go
his
right
sprint here.
Oh, Joe's gonna take it away.
Leo Flandry.
Leo Flandry takes the inline title. I'm sure about that. I can assure you, Leo Flandry hereby takes the inline title.
Yes, Leo is champion, and silver medal goes for Pithi, and bronze medal goes for Alapere.
Can you
I'm sure.
Can-
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also pretty sure, but can you tell me the points for everyone? Quick.
100 points for Leo Flandry.
Yes.
Then we go to 70 points for, I think, PC.
Yes.
Then we have 50 points for Joe.
Yes.
35 for Swexen.
Yes.
Then I'm done with
25 for Joe.
no, not 25. He doesn't get those points because he already got the 50 points.
Oh,
He doesn't
yeah,
get the
sorry.
25 points.
25 for Alapere.
No, Alapere gets 6th place points.
Oh, you counted it right, Finn? The points, like you didn't count the second points of each.
I mean, he counted the points that he got, I think.
I counted the points in the XML.
And did you, by the way, did you extract double points of people?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, that could be interesting because maybe we saw in stage 1 also some double points.
Oh, this might
So maybe
be
the state-
a different GC if we were wrong in the assessment.
Because it's 70 points for Alapere, I think. Or was it Aquarius? I don't know. Spain 1 is Alapere, so 70 points for Alapere.
So how much points for Alapere? What?
17.
No, not in this stage. Spain 4 is not Alapere.
Hmm?
Spain 4 is not
First,
Alapere.
Aquarius. No, Spain first.
17, I say, 17.
Oh,
People are. Hush is happy for Leo, and I understand we are going to have some very interesting interviews. So be aware of that, guys.
You guys,
Yeah.
issue Aquarius on ties, points on the stage. That's the last what I need.
Could we wait to have a GC before we start?
I mean, Thijs takes 9th place.
9th place is 2 points or something. I don't know.
I think that's 2 points, yeah.
I would place.
8th place, 7th place, actually 10 points for Aquarius.
10 points for Aquarius, yes.
Yeah, and Tigo, because I don't know what he was doing. I was watching his sprint, and it was just really weird moves. Only takes 1 point to the final stage and throws away his podium this way.
Let me just really quick actualize you on the news. The World Championship organization just confirmed us that the track will be played with an 888 dB. That's
Oh,
official.
that's terrible.
Man,
Terrible, actually.
Interesting
That's-
choice. Is my question is, will 200 TT also be played with 888?
That was also my question. We have no insights on that yet.
I'm gonna give
Because
my
if you make the choice for 888, you should go full 888 in my opinion. Just take 1 DB.
888 is ridiculous. I don't know why people don't use 10-10-10.
So let us go to the interviews now. The NCL people are, of course, angry at the decision, but that will be not an easy decision.
I think we should wait for the actual GC so we could congratulate people with a certainty. Do we have a GC?
I mean, I'll just quickly check stage 1
Okay.
to be sure that there were not much double points, because like those 3 points on that might have been additional on stage 2 won't matter, because all 8 guys had their best climber, of course, in front. No one had 80 climber ahead of 83, but in stage 1 there could
Only
be
9,
a
10,
difference
10
on that.
Yeah.
So I have to see that stage
I think we
results.
can start with someone that actually doesn't win anything here. I don't think he even gets a medal, which is Joe Whiteley. Good evening, Joe. Were you drunk? Were you high? What happened there?
Guys, can I tell something?
Finn, let's go in some private chat quickly
Yes,
to
please.
make sure the points are correct.
Yes.
Joe, keep going. I think you're still high, though.
I think I might be.
No, but on a serious note, what happened? That was a terrible evening all around.
No, the first stage, I played it pretty much to perfection. Then just in the sprint, I think I got caught behind Pithy.
Oh, yeah, there was that block, yes.
I think I probably would have got second, because if you look after the... I know it's not the best way to look at it, but if you look after the line, when my rider got out the way of the block, he shot right past the other 2 guys.
Yeah,
so.
but that's still part of a terrible evening. So, I mean, it's been very unlucky for you recently, blocks and stuff like that. But aside of the blocks, what went wrong?
I mean, I don't think anything went wrong in the first stage. The second stage, I think, I mean, I don't know what it was. Every time I seemed to attack, people would follow, and then when certain other people would attack, nobody would follow.
Yes, this is true.
And those 4 people actually occupied the first 4 spots, and then with my over eagerness to try to bring them back, I ended up wasting too much energy and then got out sprinted by another 2 guys. So I ended up coming in 7th on that stage.
I remember at some point. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You will keep saying it later, but I just want to add something. We were talking here, and I said that at that point, if Leo ended up losing the GC, it would be because of stage 2. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Alipere is just because he was crying like a bitch. Everyone thought that he didn't have a chance, and he pretty much got a free win because of that.
Yeah.
And then nobody really could do anything behind, because there was nothing really for us to play for at that point. So yeah, he could have lost it, but he's a good enough of a player to not. He could score 0 points on that stage, and he probably could have won, because if he did, obviously how he did in this third stage where he won the stage pretty comfortably, then yeah. Talking about the third stage, I actually played that as well quite perfectly. It's just a shame the move that I followed, it was with my climber, not the puncher, so I had no chance in the sprint.
Did you not want to take that risk? Were you? Don't you think?
No, because you have 8 players doing an attack, and then they get brought in, and then another person attacks, and they get brought in. It just happened to... My puncher was following attacks just as much as my climb. It's just the actual move that stuck and actually won Leo and Pithy first and second on that stage. That move was unfortunately followed by the climber rather than...
I think I'm going to ask you what a lot of people would probably ask. Shouldn't you have tried a move by yourself with both of your guys? Wasn't it all or nothing?
Yeah, look at the first stage. Look at the first stage. I tried, I think, 7, 8 different attacks because I had the advantage, and people are just onto you like a flash. So there's really no point trying to attack. I mean, you can just look back at the first stage. I must have attacked again, like I just said, like 7 or 8 times, and not one of them actually did anything. So I wasn't going to make the same mistake again.
So, at the end of the day, what went wrong for you then? I mean,
the first stage I couldn't have played it any better. I don't think. It was just that I got a little bit unlucky in the sprint, but that's how it was. It wasn't a block by Pithy. He's riding sprinted in a straight line. I was just caught in a wrong position. Could I say I could have done better on that? Maybe so. I doubt it though. Second stage, could have played it a little bit better, but I felt like there were certain scenarios which favoured certain riders, certain players, and one of them wasn't me, unfortunately. So third stage again, I don't think I could have played the third stage any better than I did. I followed the moves correctly. I tried some attacks, but obviously at the end of the day, when everyone's got 3 riders, the attacks
I have to actually ask a question that I don't think anybody would actually ask, but that needs to be asked. Do you think that these results in this final, I mean, it's usually the case today seems to be even were decided more because of the will of who was in the lobby than the actual skill?
I could only say that would be the case for stage 2.
Absolutely, but do you think
Because
that
one person
also,
was a little bit upset that his mum didn't make him paella for tea, so
and he was allowed? I mean, I still think that Leo was peer pressured, in lack of better words, to let him.
No, he knows what he's doing. He knew that he knew.
But it could have gone wrong.
He could have
Okay, guys. Let me just interrupt you really quick. We have provisional classifications by Finn, and Alepere takes bronze by 1 point over Swagson. It's provisional, of course, but we are going to be waiting till the end to know if it's true or not. So go on.
But yeah, going back to your point, the first stage and the third stage, it was pretty much down to skill. The only thing that was down to, I can't remember what the word you said.
I said, I guess willingness of the other players. Yeah, let's call it however you want to. We don't know.
That was only for stage 2 because, like I said, one person was a little bit upset that his mum didn't make him paella for his dinner. So
yeah, I kind of agree. And I, as I was saying, yes, it didn't go wrong for Leo at the end because he had a fantastic sprint in the end, as we expected him to be one of the contenders, but it could have gone very wrong.
it could have, but if you take away other pairs, I don't know, let's say 60, 70 points, and put him alongside Leo's score on that stage, Leo probably still would have won the race anyway. So
yeah,
it could have gone wrong, but like the thing is, if Leo would have worked and tried to follow Alapay, he probably would have ended up finishing 7th like I did, because that's what I did. I tried to bring people back, tried to bring myself back, and ended up paying for it because I used
I also discussed, I said that you were likely going to lose your helper sooner because you were working with him, and that you were going to pay later for the efforts that you were doing. I understand that you have to do them, obviously, because if no one does something, we have to try. So
my plan wasn't to finish 5th on that stage. I was trying to go for the win, but
obviously
some people potentially will play for 5th. But at the end of the day, they got the call better because it was only 5th that we were playing for at the end of the day. Because we just needed enough energy.
Another loss. Do you still think you have the mental fortitude to try and get gold in the tour?
I mean, come on. I'm not going to kid you. Like, mental game. It's a fucking cycling game, you know. I'm not going to lose sleep tonight, am I? So
I mean, I don't think anyone is going to lose sleep over a video game. I don't think anyone in their right mind, at least. But
yes, Frabo does.
Yes, I said anyone in their right mind. But at some point, you're not going to lose sleep over it. But when you get to the race, doesn't that? Don't you think about that? Isn't that going to be in your head somewhere in a little corner?
No, I couldn't give 2 shits, to be honest. I really couldn't give 2 shits.
Bold statement from
come on. I think if anyone genuinely takes that seriously, they shouldn't be playing the game.
Yeah, that's probably true. Anyone has questions for Joe?
Sean, no, I need to go through. Sorry, Joe, you had all the questions, and good luck to the tour final. I think
Thank
you can maybe save a bit more.
I was hoping we could get Leo and Piki here, and Alapere.
Yes, I will get PC here, and I will give Aquarius. Alapere, no, unfortunately, and Leo, I doubt.
But I think you can interview Taz first because he was here first, I think.
Well, yes, Thijs is here.
So Thijs is here. Let me ask Thijs some questions. Hello, Thijs.
Good evening.
Good evening. So you were the surprising name on this final, and of course you had a lot of difficulties to play with these big dogs, and not the big dogs, but the big dogs here in the inline final. You love this one, right? Okay, in the inline final. So what is your feeling after your first important final?
Well, I was happy I qualified for the final. This was like my first online tournament international. But honestly, I didn't enjoy it that much. When I look back at the Dutch or the Benelux championships, it was quite attractive, and now it was just trains only. And I know this is typical of this game, but when I attacked, I think in the second stage, everybody was staying behind. I was like, yeah, fuck this. You know, at some point, everybody's going to attack with 2, probably 3 riders, and then they just come flying up the mountain. So it killed a bit the fun for me, the pure train game, but that's how it's played. It's not how I want to play, so I'll not always suit to it, but yeah, that cost me probably a better position this time.
Okay, so officially it's a tie. Now it's official results, a tie between Alapere and Swaxen for the bronze, and Alapere takes it because Alapere won a stage. That is our tiebreaker. So that is Alapere taking the most strange medal of his career, a bronze.
Wait, that's the tiebreaker, isn't it? Last stage position?
No. The tiebreaker is winning.
Can the tiebreaker be the guy that didn't rage quit gets the medal?
Yeah, I mean, these rules are awesome.
Well, unfortunately, that is not our rule, and the rule here is winning a stage. So it's a 4th place for Swaxen. They miss a medal by a bit, and Alapere takes a medal
By a bit, by a bit, they are equal in points.
Yeah, by literally a stage. Yeah, but
The whole battle.
unfortunately, that's the criteria we have. So there he goes, and we can.
I mean, it's a fair criteria, so that's not-
of course, it's not.
I had a better criteria, Ruben.
It's
What then?
The guy that didn't rage quit gets a medal.
I mean, would be fair.
That is not on the rule book, you know.
No,
The
and
rule book.
actually, Alapere scores 0 points while being rage quitted, so it doesn't really matter.
So
That's
thank you,
18.
Type, a lot for your interview, and I think I will call PC in and Aquarius also and try to get them.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, okay, goodbye,
Okay,
guys.
Can we have goodbye? Can we have PC then? If we don't have the other guys, still waiting on the confirmation.
So yeah, Alapere is of course complaining a lot in the chat because he's angry and he knows even if with a bronze medal, I think the difference is much of us would be super happy with a bronze medal, and Alapere is really angry with it because it was an annoying night for himself. Hello, PC.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. You did a very good performance, mainly in the first and the last stage, and you took a bronze medal. What are your feelings?
Silver medal.
Yes, a silver medal. Sorry. What are your feelings about today?
I don't know. I think silver is a good result, but I think I played both the second stage, the last kilometer.
Yeah. Do you think you lost the inline there by the sprint by dying? Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I had enough bar to sprint, but I blow at 0.2 or 0.5.
Yeah.
No, it was so close. But it was there. But
Let me tell you that even with that result, even if you took second on that group, imagining you couldn't beat Alapere there, even if you took second, you would still finish second overall.
You would lose by one. You would lose by 1 point. So that's
no, because I would have taken the mountain points of the second.
No, but mountain points on the last climb are not taken.
Yes,
they are taken.
They are?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I calculated it just a couple of minutes, but I thought if I had been second, I finished 1 point behind Leo, but after I thought that finishing second, I would have taken more points of the mountain. But
Yep.
Yeah, if that's correct, then you actually lose it that way. That's a bummer.
On the last stage, I know that the last kilometer was so random because there was a corner on the last kilometer, and well, I tried my attack at 5 kilometers. It worked, but I didn't have the luck to beat Leo on the sprint.
Well, you certainly got a decent result here, and I think you watched the race. You watched the problems that happened with Alepere. And you talked with him. What are the feelings about Alepere stage today?
He is really angry. He's disappointed because
stage 1.
Yeah, stage 1 and stage 3. Stage 1, he's disappointed because he thought that the people on the group should have related with him, and because he dropped the climber to relay because I had 3 men on the front, and he was angry with when Joe attacked on the climb because he thought he had to relay him, and he was not able to join to the group for so low seconds. And on the last stage, the final cut, he was doing all the effort to close the gap, but when he blew up, nobody keep the pace, and they lost any chance to win.
Okay, let me just ask you another question really quick. We have Leo Falandri wins today. Leo Falandri wins Classics. Leo Falandri wins Team Time Trial. Do you think Leo Falandri is the best player in this moment in PCM Road?
No. Nothing.
So why not? Tell us.
I think despite I'm a world champions of classics sometimes are so random, and this time it was an oddsal that the sprint is really strange, and the other one was the dwarves that is a sprint on descent. And if you remember my famous video Coffin Classics, it's random.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I mean, he obviously, if you win a classic, you win Inline, you win team time trial. Obviously, you are a good player. But I think this type of games are not the best way to check who's the better player. I think the best way to check who's the better is a long tournament with so many rounds. It was a semi-final and final. That it's okay, but I think the better is the one who has more regularity. I mean, Leo is really good, but I don't think that for these reasons he's the best. He could be, but not from an opinion.
But you can maybe say that he's one like a top finisher. If you win classics, which often ends in some sort of kind of group sprint and never solo.
He has a good mechanic for sprinting. For example, I think I'm really bad at sprinting. Well, some things I can win a sprint because I think obviously you need the mechanic, but you need a bit of luck.
Yeah, that's true.
He has the mechanic better than so much players. Maybe he's one of the best players sprinting. But I mean that he's a good player. He's a really good player. But I don't know what are the best to say was the better, was the best for the reason I said.
Yeah.
Let me just really quick ask two very quick questions. First one, who is going to win tour? Piffy, your bet.
Let me check who plays.
Alepere, Swagson, Dennis, Toinu, Ivar, Jakub, Raul, and Joe Whiteley.
I will say Alepere, but after today I don't know if he will be animated to play good. I don't know. In usual circumstances, I would say Alepere, but now no idea.
Okay, and the last real fast question: will this final give good memes for you?
How can you repeat?
Will this final give good memes?
Memes?
Yes, memes. You can do memes
Memes.
about with memes here.
Yeah. Maybe I can send some pictures of little people angry. No. If Alepere chokes tomorrow, I have something ready.
Okay, thank you, thank you, PC. We are really waiting for that meme. So we hope Alapere shokes tomorrow and we have memes. Thank you. And okay, we can go to the two finalists that we still have here. First one, Aquarius. Hello.
Hi.
It was a difficult day for you. Clearly, it was not easy in any stage or any moment. What happened today?
Well, basically, there were people playing better than me in every stage. Obviously, the move that Alepere dropped in stage 1. I mean, I was also heavily affected by it, but I had just a bit enough of bars with my puncher to make it to the first group. I mean, I basically was dead when I reached the front group with my puncher. But luckily I could recover bars and then had a good sprint in the first stage and take third.
Mm-hmm.
But already at that point, I mean, I had clearly played bad the first stage. I mean, not the sprint, but the first part of the stage. Obviously, apart from, I mean, I was the only one who couldn't put my climber in the front group, if I recall correctly. I mean, others dropped it to chase, but I didn't even have it in the first group at any point. And in general, I was like always late to moves. Not happy with my performance today, of course.
And what you really had difficulties on the second stage, as you said. And do you think you were basically the one that chose the stages, or at least gave the opinion that finished to influence us to choose these stages? Do you thought the stages were actually right? Do you think you selected the best, or at least very good stages for this final?
Well, I think first stages. The first stage is a great stage. First, for sure, for a flat one. Even if people may consider that it's too hard and second to be a flat stage, but it's great that it gives a lot of choices.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe the sprinter can come back sometimes. It wasn't the case in this race because of the situation. But maybe if the groups have merged together, the puncher groups have merged together early, the sprinters will have been able to come back, because no one will be pacing hard in the first group if everyone is there.
Uh-huh.
And the sprinters may have returned. I mean, that's what after the climbs. I thought we would play for the sprinter, but eventually we didn't. And I mean, the second was a stage that you had very big climbs to attack from far distance and long range distance and made it to the finish. So that's something that in some way worked. I mean, the final stage. Well, I mean, the idea of the stage is good. Maybe I could have chosen a different one, or a stage that. Or the stage didn't have the same last kilometers. I mean, maybe without the final corner would have been a better stage, but I mean, less lottery in the sprint maybe. But
okay.
I mean,
if I have picked those stages, it's because I think they are good. I don't put bad stages on purpose.
No,
Of course. No, I'm asking if your mind changed after you saw the races, of course. And
Well, I mean,
I have to say that
maybe the last stage was talk pity.
Yeah, the last stage is really cool to play, but the only problem I have is the sprint. It's a bad sprint, but the stage is really cool. It's a hard climb at the start, 2 intermediate sprints, and then you have to control and check the tags. And I think it's really good stage. But the only problem I have is the sprint of the last corner.
Yeah, I think that stage would be great if it just has another finish. Then
we played this in so many tournaments, and I hope if somebody have the maybe have the detailable file, we can change the final to make it better. Because it's a really good stage.
Probably, if I have remembered, it was that finish. I will have passed.
Yeah,
and I did it myself.
But thank you a lot, Carlos, for your comments on this thing, as we are going to finish with our last interview now. Hello, Swagson.
Evening.
Good evening. I don't know what is to lose a medal by 0 points. I think no one.
What did I say? Oh well, I did stage 2 somewhere. Why did I suggest that?
And I think no one here knows what is the feeling of losing a medal by 0 points. So tell us, how does it feel like?
Bad. But no, I think I think I come across as a little salty. I don't want to come across as that. But on my screen in the first stage, I thought I won both. KOM sprints, and it turns out I come second. So unfortunately, the exports are the real thing. We have to take them, and they say I got second in both. That's unfortunate. I think I need to check the stream before looking at why the game is a piece of shit. But no, it's what the exports say. I can't do anything about it. That is the result that has to be taken, not what is on my screen.
But you would prefer that your screen result was taken instead of this one.
I would have preferred my screen. If I had a print screen, I would have just pressed it and then put it into the chat. Robbed. But no, in all seriousness, it's not great. It's not great losing out by 1 point. But I think there was definitely I think the error came in stage 1. But I think there was 2 errors. One, I did not concentrate on the 75 when I was going for that second mountain sprint, which is why he got dropped. And the second one, I anticipated essentially a block on the actual sprint, and it didn't happen, so I was left in absolute. So I had a flying start and then went backwards. And that's essentially all I can say about it. So although I can point out to the game, I can also point out my own mistakes. Simple as, really.
You were so close to the silver medal, to be honest. That was just a bit of luck in a sprint, right? But I will remember you of one of the best actuations in the last minute mountain we have seen so far, and that was in the last climb of the second stage, where you attacked from the back group, you went into the front group, and you beat both guys that were on the front group to take P2. What happened there? How do you manage to do it?
I think I had to get away. I didn't want to be going 85, dragging everyone up. I think that was the big mistake. If it happened like that, so I'm glad I didn't have to drag everyone up. Obviously, I did a first move, got followed, so I waited a little bit, went again, and I'm thinking, do I just go at a pace, or do I just get into the first group? And I just thought, get into the first group, it might recover. And in the end, got in there. Luckily, there's a little bit of recovery. I think Alapay just had more bars, I timed my sprint pretty much perfectly. And I mean, I don't know how I got second, but I did.
How do you see your chances for tomorrow? Because I think you've shown to be maybe the biggest competitor for Alapere in mountain stages.
I mean, the climb is on stage. It's exactly this is. Provided it's the same stage make is going to be exactly the same. I think you just don't know how it's going to pan out because, like stage 4, I think there's some stages in there that will definitely make things interesting. I think it's going to be a really tactical battle.
I think it will be too, and we have both you and Joe were representing Britain so far really well in the Champions League, getting to all the finals, but you all missed the medals so far. So it's going to be disappointing. You would say after getting to the 3 finals, neither of you both getting a medal. Do you think PCM UK will kick you both out?
Yes,
I mean, yeah, we're getting
might
invited
keep
in the morning.
myself, Gifiti.
I didn't ask you.
I'm so congratulating my Mickey Mouse Joe player. He did 8 and 6 in UK. Tomorrow.
I'll take 7th tomorrow.
Oh,
let's go.
Okay.
I will happily, if I get 4th again, I'm just going to become the meme. Get to the finals, get 4th place.
Swax, and that was by 1 point. Would you say that you lost your bronze medal because some Spanish mom didn't give his son paella for dinner, as Joe said?
I mean, he made a move. I think he had to do something. I think there's always has to be like some sort of change. There's probably some change, but the issue we had with that, it was very stop-start. It wasn't efficient. I was at that point going for, like, the issue was I needed to go for the KOM with Simon Yates because at that point he was absolutely flying, and there was a planned move. That move was basically planned after the first stage. I got him further than expected, so I think it was just one of those things, but it was just more upstart rather than everyone going. But I think I don't know. I think he just somehow got away with it. I don't know how much he relayed in the front group, but if he relayed a lot, then he must have saved a hell of a bars.
COVID?
Yes.
Nice. So yeah, I think it must be something to do with like recovery or something that he won the stage. So I think if he hadn't recovered as much, I generally think I would have had it. So I think it was just recovery that I think he won it on. I think he was able to recover enough bars to make it to the line. And I think, luckily for me, I was brave enough to go for it on that final climb on stage 2. At that point, it was either try and go for the win or try and go for 5th place. I was 4th or 5th. I was not playing for 4th or 5th at that point. So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe too much paella, but
way too much paella. Way too much.
Do you think that you guys have a shot for the medals tomorrow? I mean, a second final in a row that you guys miss out on the gold, at least.
I do feel like I said after this because I've been in like, I've been like the TT's ITT final as well as all 3 roads. I told myself at the start of it, if I don't get if I get less than 2 medals overall, and including one like Tour, Inline or Classic, I'll be disappointed. I think it's a little bit of pressure on to like get something. I think we'll see tomorrow.
Good luck, Swaxon. That was, despite not getting a medal, that was a good race for you.
Yeah.
It is a good trajectory. 7th in Classics, 4th in inline, so maybe 1st in tar.
I mean, I'm either going to come first or I'm going to be 4th again.
Well, it is better than the
4th.
inevitable 6th or 7th or 8th for me, so gotta stick to the Mickey Mouse trend.
So thank you all guys for being here. Let me just finish the stream, and good luck to you all, the ones that are going to participate tomorrow. And we are going to try to be back tomorrow here with more streamers, more action, and we are going to have an emotional tour for sure, with a lot of nervous, a lot of comments, and a lot of people watching. Hopefully, thank you all the people that were watching till the end. Thank you, Sean and Finn and Stino that is no longer here, and Ruben that is also no longer here for the comment. And do you want to say goodbye? Go on.
I'm just saying, if I don't win the first stage and it goes basically near my home area, I will literally quit the game.
Rage quit.
And we all
I hope
can
we'll be here
Call it the
tomorrow.
Alipur quit now, can't we?
I'm joking, but
I mean,
I hope
some
we'll
of
be
the
here
biggest
tomorrow,
truths
but
of
don't know.
history were said while joking, so there's that.
I mean, it probably will happen now.
I just want to say thank you to all for watching, and say that I am a very devoted caster, as right now I'm still here closing the cast with everyone, but I'm already playing LOC and in a break with 2 -3 riders. Cheers.
Thanks for
So,
telling me.
you should do
No worries.
spamming. Spam LOC, please.
Spam.
So
Join LOC. No.
thank you
No,
all.
LOC, very simple.
Also,
Very
goodbye to
simple.
our host Emea. Thank you for being there, and we are going to finish transmission now. So
Oh,
Good night, to all.
this is
Goodbye
a
also by me, of course not.
and goodbye. And goodbye. Yeah, good night.
See you, Gil.
Good night.
Ah, yeah.
meanwhile, I've had a